Whoa. What's going on, everybody? Kreyz and McCormick up in this bitch. It's been a very long time since I've done anything on here. And that was actually for good reason. Been spending a lot of time just busting my ass, doing what I could to try to make it to this year's gathering of the Juggalos. And I did just that, to my surprise. To be totally honest, it's been a hell of an adventure for the last, I want to say 6 months, 6.5 months. Being able to do what it is that I was doing just so that way I could do the shit. And to be totally honest, I have absolutely no idea what I'm going to say. Most of this stuff is really going to be on top of the dome. But I have quite a few memories with this. And I know that there's a lot of Juggalos out there that are probably still going through post-gathering depression and shit. And yeah, it's one of those things that actually comes and goes. But what the hell is up with my fucking lighting situation? I see I got some ninjas that are trickling down, trickling into the chat. So we're going to go ahead and get some stories going, because I want to talk about my personal experience with this year's gathering of the Juggerlos. So first off, I have to say that we have to start this story off with day -1, because I ended up fucking taking the whole week off. I made damn sure that I took the whole week off. Had shit set up so that way I could fucking be in town, be within the vicinity of the Legend Valley area the day before, because hey, we all know anybody that does this shit with the gathering and stuff like that knows about parking lot parties and shit like that. And it's usually done by Scum and done by Scum, hosted by Scum, LSP, all of that shit. And I'm getting ahead of myself. Two big events ended up happening the 2 days before the beginning of the gathering of the Juggalos. So I left Michigan on Monday, but I had some things that I needed to do before I left. One of those things that I wanted to do, because since I had the day off, and this is actually, I personally think that this is a funny fucking happening. So I had thought about this for a long time, for like maybe the last 3 months. I was thinking about this massage parlor that's actually down the road from my house, and I wanted to see what it was all about. I had passed it so many times while I've been driving around doing deliveries and stuff, making some extra scratch to pay off my credit cards. And I had thought about whether or not I wanted to fucking do it. There was an interesting omen for it, just because of the name itself. The name itself had the word Lotus in it. So this could be good, this could be bad. But I needed to figure this out for myself, so I fucking go. And I paid for a full hour, and it was very weird because, like, I've never done it before. The lady even asked if I ever been there before. Have I even ever had a fucking massage before? Like, over there, like, professionally done. And I said no, and I've never done one professionally. However, my ex does know how to do massages, so I have had one professionally done, but I've never had one at a professional massage place. So I didn't even explain all of that. However, the lady ends up bringing me into the room, and she ends up telling me, like she was going to step out, strip naked, lay down, face down on the bed, cover myself up. I said, okay. So I do that, and then as I'm getting ready, like I'm fully naked, and as I'm getting ready to lay down, like I'm trying to cover myself up and stuff like that, this other lady fucking walks into the room, and I'm like, hold on, I'm not ready just yet. She's like, whatever, it's fine. But she just walks in, like it ain't shit. Fucking, I'm just like, I'm pretty sure she's seen her fair share of dicks or something like that, you know, on accident or maybe even on purpose, who knows. Started questioning whether or not this was actually one of those type of places. About a half an hour of fucking her just rubbing my back, and it's not even a deep tissue like I had hoped. I was actually hoping for a pretty decent fucking massage. Instead, this lady was just, she wasn't giving me shit. So, like, it was just, like, all over the place. There was, like, no rhyme or fucking reason. And after about a half an hour of this, like, it didn't hurt or anything like that, but it just didn't feel like the massage that I was kind of hoping for it to be. And so, like, I was just like, whatever. So she, and the entire time for, like, the first half hour, as I'm laying on my chest, she's not saying a goddamn word, but I can legitimately fucking feel her climbing up on the fucking bed and getting into different positions to give me a massage in different places and stuff like that. And so she finally tells me to roll over, lay on my back. She covers me up. And then she starts fucking talking to me. She's like, you know, asking me, what do I do for, you know, like, you know, do I work? You know, like, what do I do? And I was trying to be pretty vague for it. I was like, I work in factory. I also do delivery on the side. And she's like, do you make good money with that? And I was like, I'd say it's a pretty fair share of decent money. But then she does this. She gives me this look. She's just... And that's when I immediately said in my head, yep, it's one of those places. Yeah. She wanted to fucking give me a tug. And I know now that that is definitely one of those types of places, but I immediately, without even a second thought, ended up saying, no, thank you. I appreciate the offer. And she goes, no, just the massage. I said, yeah, just the massage. And so she just like, and when I'm on my back, all she does, she just rubs her hands up against my fucking chest, just like, and down my legs, and nothing, fucking no pressure whatsoever. Now, I will say this though. Had she not been fat, ugly, and fucking old, I would have considered it. No lie. If she was younger and thinner and very much cuter, I would have definitely considered it. And she would have gotten an extra tip. Besides, like, then she just like has me roll over on my stomach again and fucking gives me the same kind of massage as I had for the first half an hour, like for another 10 minutes. And then she gets up, and then she tells me to get up off the fucking shit, off the fucking bed or whatever. I wouldn't say it's a fat, sweaty Betty, but it was just a very homely looking fucking Asian lady. Looked to be about maybe in her mid 60s, but I got to stand up for this because like as soon as she's done, she tells me to get off the bed, and she actually stands up. She actually stands up and she's like this. It's like she's trying to fucking strike a pose as if that's going to make me fucking change my mind, her popping out her tits or something like that. No, fam, no, that's not how it goes. And then she hands her fucking hand, you know, puts her fucking hand out, expecting me to give her a cash tip. I don't have cash. I only pay out of fucking credit or debit. You know, all I got is plastic. I don't fucking carry cash in this bitch. So she looks at me and she's like, $40? And I was like, I just paid $65 for this. 20. 20 is what I'll give you. Like, she would have gotten 50 though if she was fucking hot and gave me a tug. But that didn't happen because she's not hot. You know what I'm saying? So, fuck all that shit. Like, ain't no fucking way, man. Like, I was not fucking doing that whatsoever, you know. And she's trying to fucking haggle a tip. Like, she's trying to haggle a fucking tip. She goes, 35, 30, okay, 20 is fine. And I was like, all I got is this. And she says, you know, like she leaves as I'm fucking getting, no, she leaves, and then I fucking, you know, as I'm getting fucking dressed and shit like that, all I got, I'm like, I'm trying to fucking scramble to get my clothes on as fast as I can. because I feel weird about this shit. You know what I'm saying? So like, then both of them fucking walk in. So this is a 2-woman operation in this motherfucker, and they're both trying to figure out how to use this fucking square thing, you know? So I fucking pay, I get the fuck out. I get the fuck out of there. I'm like, well, if they don't hire anybody new, I'm never fucking coming back again. Because, sorry, give me a hot Asian around like the age of 27 and we'll fucking be in some business. Then I'll come back. I mean, everything about this place was fucked up anyways. Even the website was fucking janky. There was no price head on the fucking website or anything like that. So it was like, man, what a waste of $100. I could have gone somewhere else and probably gotten a better massage, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't like it when they assume that that I have to tip. Yeah, I don't either. Like, fuck all that shit. No, you, if you want a fucking better tip, you need to lose some age and some weight and some fucking fat off of your face and give me a fucking tug. That's how it's fucking going down. Now, that was one story, because after I left, I went back, I came home, and I immediately told my mother everything. Now, being as stern of a Christian woman as she is, even she got a fucking laugh out of it. So so then after that, I just like packed all my stuff into my car, and I was ready for the fucking road. So after that, I fucking head out, and before I left, I remembered I got a big box of some video games and shit like that somebody ended up fucking sending me. And so I ended up having to fucking sort through this box. And there were, because, like, it's just a random box of a fucking bunch of video games. So, consider it a donation, I guess you could say. And no tuggy, no tippy is absolutely correct. Especially, you're not going to get a tuggy out of me if you're ugly. Like, I want to pay for hotness. But anyways, yeah, so I got this box of fucking video games that somebody sent me. And I decided to fucking filter through. There were some games that I did not own. There were also some games that I did own. A couple of video game systems, and this was in there for some fucking reason. I don't know why somebody decided to send me a fucking hammer. Paperboy was not in the fucking lot, but I believe I already have a physical copy of Paperboy, so that's neither here nor there. But anyways, so I ended up fucking taking some of the video games that I already have, so like I took I filtered through, I found some, I took the video games that I already have and I replaced the good looking ones with the shitty ones, and so I took these, it was like 10 games out of the lot that I already owned, and I took them over to a video game store, I cashed them in, while they were divvying up the shit. I ended up looking around at some other video games. Now, you guys have watched me long enough to know that I have a severe fucking video game habit. That is my drug of choice, Nintendo. So I decided to take these games over there, and while I was fucking waiting, I started looking at video games, and then they finally fucking bring me over. And they ended up telling me that they were either going to give me $27 for in-store for cash or $39 for in-store credit. I was like, give me the in-store credit, because I already found some fucking video games that I already found, that I found interest in. Yeah, I ended up having to pay like an extra $6 past the fucking in-store credit, but it is what it is. Tell me if this is actually pretty fucking dope. They had a physical copy of Star Fox 64. And they were selling it for fucking 99 cents. You already know, if you're a fan of fucking Nintendo 64 or even Star Fox or anything like that, you know that 99 cents is not the correct fucking actual retail price. However, they said that they were going to still sell it to me for 99 cents. Another game that I found, Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. They had 3 different fucking copies of it. 2 were the gray cart variation, and then 1 silver, or not silver, but one of the gold variants. Of course, I'm going to take the fucking gold variant. And they were selling them all for the same price, $40. And so I bought the bitch. I bought the other bitch. I fucking walked into my car, immediately pulled out my fucking phone, and I go on the web and I fucking figure out how much they're actually worth. For the 99 cent Star Fox 64, the actual retail price of the showcase was $18.18. And then for the fucking the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time gold cart, there's actually 4 variants of that. So you have your collector's edition, you have your gray cart, you have your player's choice, and then you also have the gold not for resale. And so I fucking took a look it up. This didn't have the not for resale, and it was the gold cart. However, for fucking $40, I bought the gold cart. It's actually worth $85. I lucked the fuck out at this place. Very good for me. So those ended up staying in my glove box the entire fucking gathering. So now that I've gotten all of the other important shit out of the way, let's go have some fun and gather with all the other Juggerlos. Of course, we didn't know that we were Juggerlos at the time, but nevertheless, this is still day -1. And I had already gotten in touch with the homie SNAPZ because she doesn't live too far away. And I asked her if I could fucking stay the night over there. Okay, let's go. So I fucking drive all the way over to SNAPZ's house, hang out with her, stay the night, sleep on her couch as opposed to my couch. You know what I'm saying? So while I'm there, though, I get to meet her man. And I mean, in a sense, I could say that the main reason why I wanted to go there is because, like, I see SNAPZ like as a little sister. I just want to make sure she's taken care of. So I kind of went over there, kind of a little side-eyeing a little bit, Not to mention that I hadn't seen their kids in a while, and I wanted to see them as they've gotten older and everything, which is pretty fucking dope. I got to do that. Although, one of my favorite fucking memories, being at SNAPZ's house this time, getting to know her boyfriend and everything. He's actually a really cool guy. He's into gaming and a lot of spirituality stuff like I am and shit like that. And he very much cares for her, which is important to me. But just as important to me as that is the video games that they had, because like they ended up having a PS5. And so, of course, I'm fucking talking to him about video games and shit like that. She big ups him about how good he is at playing video games. I'm like, all right, give me about an hour. I'm going to show you something. So I fucking go on their PS5, and they have the premium package, so I fucking download the Mega Man Legacy Collection. And I start playing Mega Man 2. And I beat and the entire time that I'm playing the game, we're all having a fucking conversation about God knows what, just random shit. And I'm fucking playing the game like it ain't shit because I've practically got fucking Mega Man 2 memorized. And I beat it in like 50 minutes. And as soon as the fucking credits roll, I just put the controller down and SNAPZ looks at me and she said, "You're done already?" I was like, yeah. Yeah, that's kind of how it is when you're fucking good at video games and shit. And her boyfriend fucking looks up at the TV, sees the credits, and he's like, damn. I guess I'm not as good at video games as I thought I was. I was like, yeah, sit down. I had to fucking show somebody what's what. I ended up staying overnight, and I ended up fucking chilling. We ended up having a little bit of breakfast, and fucking, I had to hit up the homie Bartle Boss of the Bartle Boss Show, the Bartlehouse, if you will, because he and I and another person in that little circle, Goreleone, we all ended up fucking divvying up on an Airbnb together. That's right. I didn't camp, technically. I Airbnb gathered. Because, you know, whole ass house Airbnb gathered. Where does that sound familiar? Is there somebody else in this fucking YouTube world that has also fucking Airbnb gathered? I'm pretty sure you know. Yes, Andy101, to answer your question, there are people out there who have done Mega Man No Damage speedruns. Go to speedrun.com, you'll be able to check them out. There are actually fucking people who have actually done that shit. That's dangerous as fuck, though. Like, I wouldn't even try to fucking do that shit. You know, that's just too fucking insane for me, you know? However, nevertheless, so I hit up Bartle and I, you know, like, I'm trying to ask him about what's up on, you know, what's up on the fucking Airbnb. Are we doing our thing? He's like, dude, I'm already there. Huh, well, shit. Okay. So, all right, cool. I immediately just start packing up my shit and I'm fucking gone. I fucking head up right up to the Airbnb. And of course, I gotta say this before I continue. And it was nice meeting you too, Silver Stasher. I'm gonna be talking about you at some point. Now this is something that you gotta know about me. If I'm gonna be going on a big vacation, even if it's to a whole ass house Airbnb, I've got to have important fucking things coming with me. Contained in this is every single fucking miniature video game system that I own, which I own all of them except for the TurboGrafx 16 boy. That's the only one that has eluded me so far, but I have all the other minis in that little fucking travel bag. And another thing too is, like, this year I decided to fucking travel light, meaning that I only brought, like, I brought 2 things of luggage, but there was barely anything fucking in there. And the reason being is because I had been, for the last 6 months, to answer your question, M&E 2022, for the last 6 months, I have been doing Grubhub out the fucking ass in order to pay off all my credit cards. And I could have had them all paid off had there not been some fucking hiccups. One of them is that my car got fucked up. And so I had to use all my credit cards in order and max out all of my credit cards just to get me a new car, which is pretty cool, actually. I upgraded. I went from having a 2001 Dodge Intrepid to a 2015 Prius. That's right. I have the Game-Mobile, which is fine because, hey, everything on it's fucking cheaper. Gas, oil, what have you. Everything about that fucking thing is cheaper, and I make more money now doing deliveries. So, fuck the bullshit. Exactly. People can make fun of me about having a Prius all they want. I don't care. I'm saving money. If it's gay to save money, then give me a dick. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. And then secondly, I started fucking saving up more. Had to get new glasses. Not only did I get glasses, but I also got a fucking pair of shades too. So there's that. No, I don't have any Hatchetman charms that are real silver or gold. Yet. I used to. I used to have a small silver Hatchetman, but I gave it to a bitch back in 2004. And, you know, mistakes are made when you're young. Anyways. So I fucking get over to the Airbnb. I take my luggage. I bring it back. I bring it in, my blankets and stuff like that. My big bag of stuff. And I started, you know, I chilled out with Bartle for a little bit. Goreleone hadn't shown up yet. I still felt that I needed to do some other shit before actually going to the grounds. So I found a fucking I found a fucking Walmart not too far away from the Airbnb, and I went there to go do some shopping. Had to get like, I ended up getting, I ended up getting a bottle of Denorex. I ended up getting every single fucking different scent of Dr. Squatch soap because I was surprised that they have Dr. Squatch, and I like Dr. Squatch. Turns out, I guess, Dr. Squatch ends up having some sort of a distribution deal at Walmart. So I was like, all right, yeah, that's cool. And then I started looking around for some other stuff because I wanted to have something that would give me a better shave. And so I fucking ended up buying a Manscaped. In case shit. Also bought a fucking 12-pack of rubbers. In case shit. I'm single. What do you expect? You gotta get this shit in case shit. That's also why I brought this. And all of my other video games. So, in case shit. Oh, wait. I gotta text somebody real quick. My apologies. Okay, so I wanted to make sure that all of my fucking bases were covered. So, in case I was able to get some fucking pussy, I have the Manscaped, I have the rubbers. If I'm not able to get fucking pussy, I got Nintendo. So all my covers have been, all my bases have been covered. The more important shit. You know what I'm saying? So I fucking came back. Also ended up getting some fucking Fago and shit like that. I was trying to find some diet for Bartle, but I couldn't find any for some reason. But the minute that I walked into the fucking Walmart, there was like a huge mountain of different flavors of Fago and 8-packs, which I hate. I would prefer that they fucking have like the 12 packs like they did back in the day, but isn't inflation a motherfucker? That's a whole different fucking seminar right there. And anyways, yeah, so there's like a huge mound of fucking Fago, and there's Juggalos that are already fucking like hovering around it. I just grabbed one fucking thing of grape and I walked on because I had some shopping to do. Shampoo, body deodorant, fucking all that other shit, condoms, a Manscaped, the important essentials. And so then after that, I went back. I think I ended up, oh yeah, on the way back. Now this is funny for anybody who's an old head fucking YouTube fanatic like I am, then you'll understand the fucking joke behind Jolly Pirate Donuts, because I kept fucking driving past a Jolly Pirate Donuts the entire time I was there. If the phrase, you can go to Jolly Pirate Donuts and take a 2-hour shit for all I care, means anything to you, then you understand the joke. You know what I'm saying? I had to, and I wanted to get some fucking donuts there so fucking bad, and I totally fucking missed out on that shit. But then I said, fuck it. I hung out with Bartle for a little bit longer, and then I was like, yo, I'm going to fucking go over to the thing. I'm going to get my ticket, and I'm going to submit my ticket, get my charm, all that other shit. I'm going to try to find Flipsey. And so that's exactly what I did. As soon as I got on the lot, as soon as I got to the lot, and I fucking locked up my car, I pulled out my phone, I called Flipsey, and I'm like, yo, where are you at? He ends up telling me where he is. And I'm fucking hanging out with him for a little bit. And there's these two chicks that are fucking constantly honking their horns. And I'm just like, yep, I'm home. I'm at the gathering. Let the chaos fucking commence. It's day 0, and everybody's already losing their fucking minds. Which is interesting, because I ended up meeting Sista, who's in the chat right now. I ended up meeting her, flirted with her a little bit too, because at some point she ended up fucking sitting in her goddamn car. She's like just chilling in the back, and she's got her foot sitting up on the fucking horn, and she's flexing her foot And so I had to fucking say something about the gams. You know, just to basically fucking be jokey, because that's how I am. Very jokey. But nevertheless, we end up, me and Flipsey, eventually we fucking go up to the tent so I can get the charm. So this is the charm that was available. I'm pretty sure that you guys have already seen this plenty of times. Unfortunately, I only have the one that has just the one hard R in Juggalos, but I mean, shout out to Daffodil Nikki for that hard R. I think I'm having a heart attack. No, that's cool. Hopefully this stops. Alright, that actually didn't fucking loop. I've been having a lot of problems for some reason that that type of shit just continually loops, but thank you for the fucking sub. I appreciate that, homie. Now, continuing along, we end up getting the fucking charm, and you know, like I said before, shout out to Daffodil Nikki for that hard R, because like that ended up being the fucking reoccurring joke. The hard R, we're allowed to say it now. We can use that hard R now. Like anybody who went to the gathering of the Juggalos, we can use that hard R. It's canon. It's a canon event. But I gotta say though, like the one thing that upsets me is, like, you know, I got a couple of charms here, and this is maybe just a minor rant, but like, look at the quality of what you get with Fago Gang. I mean, granted, like this is a little bit different, but you still get the better fucking chain. You still get the fucking loop thingy at the top for the chain, and that right there, like this is, to me, is quality shit. What do you get? You get this with a little fucking loop on the top, and then this type of fucking chain. Like, what the fuck is that? Like, and I don't, and on top of that, I don't even think that they were selling chains like this over at the merch tent. But then again, I don't know much about that. Now, one thing that I gotta say when it concerns me and the gathering of the Juggalos, I do not pay much fucking attention to what the itinerary is. Yeah, that was another thing too. A lot of people said that for the fucking wristband, like the Hatchetman looked like it was fucking designed from Temu, and it was like it had like a fucking hammer for a fucking foot. Like this fucking foot was a hammer. The hatchet was gone, and then we had the strong hand. Like it was like cut off kind of at the elbow, so it kind of looked like the strong hand from fucking Scary Movie 2. And everybody thought, oh yeah, this is just like a Temu misprint, just the same thing as the Juggerlo thing, which I loved the fact that everybody kept on fucking bringing that up. And, you know, anytime that somebody at random would say, who the fuck thought of putting the R in the Juggalo? Some people were like, you know, because maybe it's supposed to be a zombie and like, somebody else ended up fucking posting that where like all of the letters in this ended up being replaced with R's. So it was just all nothing but hard R's. But whatever. We get that fucking hard R now. Thanks, Daffodil Nikki. That's the other joke. And I love that one the most, because if you know who Daffodil Nikki is and shit like that, then that's just like the ongoing thing. Anyways. Now, if you know anything about me when it concerns the gathering, I don't really pay too much attention to what goes on with the fucking itinerary. When I gather, it is now become more along the lines for the fucking homies than anything else. Like when I first gathered, it was all about the itinerary. It was all about who was going to be performing where and shit like that, who I wanted to fucking see. But as the times have gone by, apparently things have changed, especially since 2009, when by 2012 I was actually getting recognized by people at the gathering of the Juggalos. I had started making friends on YouTube thanks to me having some sort of modicum of personality on here, becoming a fucking personality on YouTube. So it no longer becomes about the fucking set list for me. For me, it's more about the homies. It's my own personal fucking hide and seek game or scavenger hunt or something like that. What's the scavenger hunt? Find the homies. And that's exactly what I fucking did. Because at some point I ended up walking off and, going around trying to look for fucking people. Because I was pretty sure I saw Church at one point. As I was hanging out with Flipsey and Sista and whoever else was over there at the time. But before I did that, Flipsey, and I love Flipsey for this, fucking ends up telling me, look behind you. Darby's standing behind you. I was like, oh shit. He's like, yeah, he was in line fucking trying to get a ticket for his girl. I was like, no shit. He goes, hell yeah, dude. I fucking had to ask him, why he was standing in line. And he was like, I'm not sure. I might have pissed him off, but he was just saying, I'm here for my girl, because my girl's got to get a ticket. I was like, all right, cool. So I fucking turn around and I fucking walk up to Darby. Darby sees me and he goes, Crazy McCormick, what's up? Give him a fucking dap and shit like that. Now this is magical to me. And for two reasons. One, it really shows that these motherfuckers are watching us. Okay? That's important. That to me is important. Secondly, if you don't remember in the past, I actually talked about during the fucking what was it? The Three-Headed Monster show. They had one here in Grand Rapids, Michigan, right? And so I fucking went to that. Darby fucking opened up, right? And I mainly went there because my boy Guido was there, my boy Echo Side was there, and my boys from the Thuggalo Show were also there. And I was hanging out with the Thuggalos for a little bit, and I turned around and I saw Darby, and I'm talking about the Three-Headed Monster show here. So I fucking nudge him, and I was like, yo, bro, you killed the fucking set. I really dug it. And he goes, oh, thanks, bro. Holy shit, you're Crazy McCormick. Like, that was literally his fucking reaction, and I was taken aback by that. I was like, wait, you watch my shit? And then the next day, he got signed to Chapter 17. Isn't that interesting? Not saying it has anything to do with me, but, rub the belly for luck, you know what I'm saying? So it was cool as fuck, because now he's signed to Chapter 17. He's got so many fucking people that are actually looking up to him now, right? And I fucking just walk up. To me, I just look like, I just feel like, I'm just a regular guy in comparison. But, like, I walked up to him and he legitimately fucking remembered who the fuck I was, because I guess I got a very nice, presentable face or something like that. And, he gives me a dap, and I was like, bro, I gotta ask you, because my homie was wondering, what the fuck were you doing in line? And he goes, and yeah, they didn't comp his girl, but, it's whatever, like they're still, she still gets in anyways, which I guess it's like he gets to come in because he's performing. He's on main stage on Thursday. So, I was just like, bro, I'm so happy that you're signed. I'm so happy to see where you're at in all of this shit. I will, and that's the truth. Like, I'll be honest with you, I don't fuck with his music all that much, but I want to start fucking getting more into it because I see Darby O'Trill as a homie and I want to fucking support him. So I'm really starting to get more, like, I like, just to prepare for today's fucking live stream, I've been literally listening to Darby O'Trill and Ouija Mac and Suicide Boys and a lot of the other shit all day today. Like on my way home from picking up my son for visitation. That's all we listen to. We listen to Creek from beginning to end. And next year or the next time that I see Darby O'Trill, I want to be a little bit more prepared. I want to start singing the motherfucking lyrics to every song that he fucking does at whatever junt he's at. Like, that's just how it's going to be. And I don't know if I'm using that word correctly, but it sounds like it does. I don't know. Maybe I'm too old for this shit. Skibbity toilet. I don't know. But anyways, I thought it was really cool though, because like, you know, in a sense, it's almost like he looked up to me before he got signed, and I look up to him because he got signed, and it's like a mutual kind of quasi-celebrity camaraderie here. You know, and I'm not trying to say that type of shit to big myself up, but in truth, there are people out there who look at a lot of us YouTubers as celebrities, but really I'm trying to be as humble as I possibly can about this shit, but in reality, it is what it is. But nevertheless, after that, I fucking walk away from him. I see, you know, I go back to fucking Flipsey. We start chilling for a little bit. I see 216Z walking towards me. And that's a name that I haven't seen in a fucking long ass time. I haven't seen that motherfucker in a while. I ran up to him. I fucking gave him I was just like, hey, from a distance. And I fucking walk up to him, give him a dap. Because he got signed to a fucking label too. I had heard something about that shit. Now, Zay and I go way back for, you know, like years. And like, I'm talking like during the Jugganati days. Like, he was a hardcore fucking Jugganati supporter and member. And seeing that he went from doing what he was doing then, just starting out, and now he's doing his fucking thing, signed to a fucking label, working with other ninjas, and putting his shit out there. To be totally honest, like, it gives me a swelling of fucking pride to be able to know that I knew that motherfucker from back in the day. And to see other ninjas fucking, you know, and this was a common thing for me the entire fucking gathering. You know, so put all of these things, the Darby story, and now this 216Z story, even Flipsey, you know, put all of these things in your back pocket. We're going to pull those out fucking later. All right. So, you know, I told him, dude, I'm so happy to see that you're going somewhere with this shit. You've been putting down the grind for a long time. I haven't been there to fucking experience the shit, but I peer in through the door every now and again. And I gotta say, man, I'm proud of you. And he said that he had really appreciated that. And I believe that he did. So, we're gonna get to that, Big Nasty. So, moving along, I'll be honest with you, there's a lot of fuzziness with all of this shit because it's just me fucking walking around and doing whatever and shit. But at some point, I fucking walked through because I saw somebody, I can't remember who, but somebody ended up telling me that Sista Hatchet was here. I was like, really, where? So they point out to where Sista Hatchet was. I walked through and shit. I can't remember who it was that fucking guided me to Sista Hatchet. I really don't remember. But somebody fucking guided me to Sista Hatchet. And I sat there and I cut a rug with her. I fucking talked shit. Church was sitting right next to her. Unfortunately, I didn't say anything to fucking Church. Church was kind of just sitting there just being a quiet ninja. And I was like, okay, so there's that. Where the fuck is MrMakanhoes? Because somebody ended up mentioning that MrMakanhoes was there. You know, so I was like, all right, cool. So I fucking hung out with MrMakanhoes. I give him a hug, pinch his nipple. And he introduces me to this girl named Meg. And this is another one of those stories I thought was fucking funny to me. Because Meg is a like super fan of 216Z, right? And she made note of that. Big mistake. Now, as me and fucking MrMakanhoes are fucking kicking it and chilling, talking, and all that other stuff, talking about YouTube and all the other things that have happened, our kids, and you know, so on and so forth. Fucking the nightfall is coming in, and we're still waiting on fucking people. You know, we're still waiting on the fucking big ballers, the little ballers, the people with car passes to fucking get inside and all that other shit. Like, we're still waiting on all of these fucking people, you know? And so, like, me and fucking McInhose are just sitting there chilling, and McInhose notices that Meg is falling asleep. And so he points it out to her, and she's just like, I'm not falling asleep. I'm just really tired, and I'm just trying to fucking relax. So I just said, hey, Zay. And she fucking just pops her head up like a goddamn gopher. You know what I'm saying? Coming out of a little hole in the ground and shit like that. She just, boof, immediately fucking sits up, looking around, and I was just like, gotcha, bitch. Oh man, she was kind of pissed, but at the same time, she was like, "Yeah, I get it. Like, dude, you fucking let your guard down, and you let me know that you were this much of a fucking super fan of 216 Zay, and Zay's the homie, you know. So like, I had to fucking give her a rib like that, just to be like, hey Zay, and have her just pop right up. It was fucking hilarious. But we ended up chilling there for a long fucking time. I started to get a little drowsy and shit like that. Zay did eventually come over and fucking kicked it with everybody, and we had a pretty decent discussion. At some point, you got to remember though, it's me, and anytime that you have a conversation with me, somehow, in some way, the conversation is going to lean into retro video games. And he and I ended up having a fucking half an hour discussion talking about fucking like Def Jam Fight for New York and Vendetta and some other fucking PlayStation games, because he's a very big PlayStation 2 guy. And so like, and I have it all, you know, I have so much. So I have a lot of fucking content that I can talk about when it concerns the realm of video games. Nevertheless, eventually I did get up, and I ended up fucking going inside. I don't remember how this fucking happened, but apparently, I guess somebody had informed me. I think it might have been Flipsey, but somebody had informed me that it was the Juggalos in Recovery that were doing a fucking Renegade stage show. They were the ones that were going to be fucking doing the parking lot party, except it wasn't in the parking lot. It was actually in the grounds over by the Ship of Fools where they were fucking at. And I started walking in that general direction. I found Flipsey, and Flipsey ends up saying Goreleone is about to fucking do his fucking set. And so, oh shit, there was one other thing that I forgot to fucking mention. There was something that Flipsey did. I can't remember what, but I think it had something to do with one of the big names and shit. And he ended up fucking coming back. And this was like when we were still in the parking lot. And one of those things, so I think it was because of the Darby situation, where he turned around and pointed me out to fucking Darby. And he ended up saying, so does the fucking student surpass the master? And I said, no. And he's like, God damn it. Right? Because like I get you know, because like he sees me as fucking basically senpai, I guess. You know, like he sees me as the teacher, he's the student when it concerns like this Juggalo YouTube shit. And which is fine, I guess. You know, like I'll play the role of Big Papa. You know, for a lot of these Juggalos that do stuff on social media, I kind of do. You know, a lot of these, like the Bartlehouse, Bash, Flipsey, these guys kind of look up to me as, you know, and the same thing with TPC, you know, Trailer Park Cinderella from back in the day. And, you know, the fucking TPE guys at one point ended up saying that they looked up to me as like kind of like a motivator or something like that with the way that I used to do my content. So they kind of look at me as, you know, sensei or some shit, you know what I'm saying? Which I think is fucking cool. What up, Diesel? So I'm loving the fucking chat right now. Y'all are keeping it fresh, keep it going, y'all. Even if I'm not paying attention to what you're saying, talk amongst yourselves. Let's see some fucking chaos in the chat. So, anyways, and smash that like button while you're at it too. So, anyways, yeah. So because of this, that leads into the next story. Me and him are walking towards the fucking Renegade tent for Juggalos and recovery and shit. He sees Insane Poetry. He literally walks right up to Insane Poetry, strikes a conversation with him, right? Then he turns around, he sees Scum and Smalls 1. And he fucking tells him, hey, my boy Gore is about to be at Juggalos and recovery. This motherfucker got 3 people. 2 of them from LSP. And Smalls 1. I don't know if she's like technically a part of LSP. I don't know. But anyways, so like he got Scum, Smalls, and Insane Poetry and their whole fucking crew to come to this shit to watch Goreleone perform. Now, Goreleone only had like a 15-minute set, and I will say this, what he was doing was not whack, but the sound quality was shit dick. Absolute, like, I swear to God, like, it feels like whoever was running the mixer was shit dicking him. Like that, like, okay, thank you for the fucking, thank you for clearing that up. Although I will say this, I did find it funny that when we walked up there, oh yeah, that's right, it was Meg. Meg was talking about that because I guess Zay was supposed to be on the set too, and she wanted to be there for Zay, and that's why I fucking walked up. And then that's when I bumped into Flipsey, and Flipsey started talking to LSP people and got them to come watch Goreleone. The biggest problem that I felt like, okay, the mic was fucking hot as shit, and there was no floor monitor, so the floor monitor is meant to bounce the sound back so that way you can hear yourself when you're talking into the microphone, so you can gauge your own vocality, so that way you're not fucking screaming into the microphone and making the goddamn thing hot. Because if you know anything about that shit, if your mixer is too fucking hot, then your sound is going to be distorted as fuck. And it's going to sound like ass. And it just seemed like for every set up to that point where Goreleone was performing, what Gore was doing was fucking terrific. But the sound quality was dog shit. And then the person that fucking ended up being up after him, which I think was Humble Among, oh yeah, that's when the fucking sound quality got a little bit better magically. I don't know who was running the fucking mixer at that time, but dude, I you know, like, I was a KJ for 10 years. All right, so I know what it's supposed to sound like, and that sounded like shit. But then again, I gotta say this though. Would you really expect anything less from the fucking Renegade stage? You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna, it's like, it's the Renegade stage. It's not gonna sound like anything from main stage. You know what I'm saying? So it's not, you know, so like Gore, after his fucking set was done, he was upset because of the sound quality. And I was like, dude, you gotta remember, it's a fucking Renegade stage. It's going to sound like shit. What you did has no bearing on anything. What you did was good. And he was just like, dude, I couldn't even hear myself. I kept fucking checking. It was like, he's like, did you notice I kept on fucking walking back to the mixer to fucking check whenever I was doing my fucking vocals if it was even up, because I couldn't hear myself. I was like, yeah, because they forgot to bring a fucking floor monitor. Like, that thing's important. Even I know that, you know, and I know dick all about fucking that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Yes, Stasher, I did see the fucking music video thing. That was actually pretty inventive, the way that they did it. They fucking put the camera on the rock. They had the song blasting in the boombox, and everybody fucking bouncing to the beat while Scum was doing the lip syncing and shit. Maybe. I don't know. I wasn't close enough to him, so I couldn't hear him over the fucking boombox. But it was still, like, I will say this though, that right there is some fucking ghetto shit, but it's so fucking fabulous. That is some ghetto fabulous fucking recording session type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Which is dope. But nevertheless, Gore doing his set, Hey, I liked it. I liked what I heard because I've been waiting for somebody that could actually do a good combination of fucking horrorcore and metalcore, and that's exactly what fucking Goreleone does. Goreleone is a good fucking blend between metalcore and fucking wicked shit, horrorcore, acid rap, what have you. You know what I'm saying? What up, sicko? Yeah, that's old school underground video shooting. I agree to that, Jimmy Metal. So I will tell you this. If you've got anything, YouTube Music, that's usually what I use, Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music. If you have like some means, go check out Goreleone. I know for a fact that he's on YouTube Music. He's got a few songs out there. Gore is the fucking shit, and I want to make sure that people fucking know about him. So definitely write that name down. I can't fucking throw it in the chat right now because for some reason I'm not signed into the chat. Actually, you know what? Give me a second. Here we go. I'm going to type it in. I believe that is how Goreleone is spelled. So go ahead and fucking check out Goreleone. Goreleone is the shit. If you're a metalhead and you really and you like that you like the concept of mixing metalcore with horrorcore shit, Goreleone's the fucking dude for you. Hands down. No fucking cap. Anyways, so after that, I don't remember much, to be perfectly honest. I believe that at some point, like I think I ended up going back to the fucking Airbnb and I went to bed. I grew up on KGP, Bedlam, and Defect. Came back to the jug scene after having a family and shit, and it's shocking how much it's grown. Bro, Dark, you're like, keep all of this in your fucking back pocket because I have a big fucking thing when it concerns all of this shit. And I'm only at day 0. You know, we gotta fucking talk about day 1 now. So day fucking 1, I fucking wake up and I'm like, okay, look, one of the main things that I have to fucking do, and this is Wednesday, starting at noon o'clock, was the Into the Echo Side shit, pop karaoke, some other shit. Like there were a couple of things that I was very, very interested in doing. And there was really nothing that I wanted to fucking do except for merch. Now I don't remember if this was on day 0 or if this was on day 1. But one of those things that I definitely needed to fucking do was get some fucking merch. Now, this is why I said that I decided to travel light. When I went to fucking Walmart, then this was actually something that I fucking learned. Was that when you travel for a big event like this, what you're definitely going to want to do is get a fresh package of underwear and a fresh package of socks. Like you don't want to be walking around fucking, oh yeah, and Skechers. Can't forget about that. However, I will say this, like I already got a pair of Skechers, and these are the same ones that I fucking wore, but I wore these for a good chunk of the foot. Like I think I wore, like I also brought like an extra pair of shoes, which ended up being Chuck Taylor 2.0s. And I only wore those because my shoes got fucking soaked during the ICP House of Horrors show. I mean, New Balance is good, but dude, I got a love relationship with fucking Skechers because reasons. But one of the things that I actually wanted to do was I wanted to do the pop karaoke. I was actually curious about that shit. However, when I fucking showed up on Wednesday morning, I ended up fucking finding out where Flipsey was camped. It turned out that Flipsey and Sista and everybody else, they ended up getting upgraded to big ballas. So basically everybody was big balling on a budget. And I also ended up getting to meet a couple of other people. Let's see, Courtney was one of them. I don't know what, like, if she has a Juggalo name or whatnot, but I know like she has her sister Charlie, and then also Leslie. I also got to meet her, and I got to meet her while she was fully fucking naked. It's the gathering, you know what I'm saying? So like the entire fucking gathering, I get to see this one chick, that like this blonde chick fucking walking around booty butt naked, and now it's like whenever I see pictures of her with clothes on, it's weird. You know, it's like it's to that point. But yeah, so like all of them, oh yeah, and their homie Brenton. I also got to meet that fool. Good kid, I will say that. So it was great to see that everybody was basically fucking big balling on a fucking budget, despite, you know, because like everybody like was still intense and shit, and a fucking truck and like 2 trucks and like 4 tents. And so like they still weren't fucking done putting tarps up and all that other shit, but it was nevertheless. But during that time it was like pop karaoke was going on, and to be totally honest, like at the very beginning of the day there really wasn't much that I was interested in fucking doing. But that entire time I was all day long, I was fucking chilling out at that campsite, fucking talking with everybody, getting to know Scytha actually. And I think this was around the time that I ended up buying fucking merchandise. And I bought a bunch, like me and Flipsey ended up going to the merch booth, and this is the merch drop part. A good chunk of the fucking merch drop. So I've got all my merch right here. And we're going to go one by one. So, and I will say this though, it was kind of like, I will say this, like Flipsey, I know he was trying to be funny, but like he, you know, like he was kind of just like, okay, give me that, give me that, give me that, give me that. And I was like, broke ass motherfucker. Now this is one of the main reasons why I decided to fucking just go balls out doing fucking stuff with Grubhub, and every single penny of my Grubhub money either went into my gas tank or my credit cards for this purpose. I had a $1,300 credit card. I was ready to melt with this shit. So first off, this fucking fresh ass Hatchetman, I loved this. Like it's red and fucking blue. So I thought that was the shit to fucking have. This I thought was dope. So I ended up getting that. That was one of them. Of course, it is customary for you to have a Gathering of the Juggalos t-shirt when you go to the Gathering of the fucking Juggalos, and you have to buy one of these. You have to. And this one was the freshest one that I thought was there. Now, the same thing with the fucking Hatchetman. They also had the 6 Joker cards, and I decided to choose Malenko. So I thought that was pretty fucking dope. Now, I also purposefully did not bring a hoodie because it's probably dumb that you wouldn't bring a fucking hoodie, because you never know, it could get butt ass cold in the middle of the night. But dude, I'm fucking AirBNB in the bitch. Still, nevertheless, I did end up getting a hoodie. And the reason, like, they had a black one with the red Hatchetman, but for one, I felt like that was too fucking, like, basic. Not to mention, I already have a black fucking hoodie with a Hatchetman on it. I just forgot what colors it was. Turns out, after I got back to the Airbnb to drop my shit off, turned out that it was fucking green with a purple trim. Now, here's where the fucking big nuts fucking come in. All right? Jersey time, fam. Got me the authentic, the authentic Gathering of the Juggalos fucking jersey, with the Gathering 24 on the back and the fucking eyeball in the front. I was like, dude, I gotta get this, because like, this is the same fucking material that they used for the fucking ramen noodle jersey. You know, the one that says, just when you thought they were dead. So I picked up that John. And then the next thing, ended up picking up this Ringmaster jersey. So it's all black with red eyes. Unfortunately, like I thought this was a jersey. It turned out that it's a football fucking jersey. And I'm not a big fan of fucking football jerseys, but I mean, look at how fresh that fucking design is. Like that's fucking fresh, especially with the red eyes. Now, if they had the same kind of red eyes on the fucking like and it was all 6 Joker's cards on top of that, you know? So like, but if it was like, you know, if that boy had the same eyes on like the Wraith or something like that, I probably would have picked that up. And they did have just the one eye from Malenko. But I thought that out of all 6 of them, the fucking Ringmaster boy looked the freshest. I'm never selling that boy. Fuck you, Warlockside. I'm never selling that boy. And especially this fucking boy. This is my pride and joy boy. Fucking look at that shit. White with the red blood splatter. Silver fucking Joker's card. Fucking says Malenko on the back in fucking blood. Like, this is my John, dude. This is the sickest one. So, I fucking grabbed all that shit. And they were like, and you could put that motherfucker in a box. So that's exactly what I did. I threw all that shit in a fucking box. The splatter Malenko was the dopest thing. The total amount for all of that shit, $640. All right. $640 for the entire fucking lot. Oh, definitely fucking worth it. I mean, I had a $1,300 fucking credit card on the boy. You know, so like, of course I'm gonna fucking buy all that shit. But when I fucking so like this is something that I have to fucking add on. So me and Flipsey are there, and then we bump into Grim the Kid. So Grim the Kid was there with the fucking, you know, Grim the Kid was there with all that shit. And he ended up I guess like Flipsey, I guess last year he ended up doing the Mr. Juggalo pageant, and I think he got like 3rd place for punching himself in the nuts or something like that. And he wanted to take it up a step and have somebody else fucking punch him in the nuts. I think he wanted Goreleone to fucking punch him in the nuts. You know what I'm saying? But Flipsey was kind of sort of in a funk. So like and this mind you is coming from my fucking point of view. He was kind of in a funk, so he was like kind of up and down debating as to whether or not he even wanted to try it again. You know, so like that's why he fucking went with me to fucking go to that shit. And then we came across Grim the Kid, and Grim asked him if he could help him out with, you know, getting some shit in the fucking car. And he said yes. You know, he was down to fucking get something for Grim. So I was like, I'm on my way to the fucking parking lot already as it is, so fuck it. You know, let's roll. So we all fucking walk over to the parking lot. We go to Grim's car. Grim pulls out a Hatchetman jersey just like this boy, except it's the Jekyll brothers. And he gave it to Flipsey, and he said that this is for him. Which I was like, man, that's fucking fresh, dude. Like, willing to fucking just hook up a motherfucker like that. That's the shit right there. And then after that, we fucking dropped the shit off in my fucking car. You know, like all of my shit, just threw it in the fucking trunk, and we went back. So when we get back, I continue my conversation with Sista, you know, because I'm digging the vibe. Between me and Sista. We're having a good conversation and everything. And at some point, she ended up fucking saying something about how she doesn't have enough money to get any fucking merch or anything like that. So immediately I'm fucking thinking about the shit that Grim fucking did, you know, hooking up Flipsey the way that he hooked up Flipsey. So I was like, you want to get something? You know, it was just me being fucking cool. And immediately Scytha is just like, no, you don't have to do anything like that. And she's in the chat right now, so she can co-sign anything that I fucking say or correct me if I'm wrong. But let's not argue the semantics here. But she basically was just politely turning me down, and I was like, no, like this is fine. She ends up telling me she don't have the money on Cash App or Venmo or anything like that to fucking pay me back the money. I was just like, just get to me when you can, you know. do you want to go to the fucking merch tent and get something? And so she said, yeah, and we went. And we're just continuing our fucking conversation and all that other shit, you know? Yeah. I mean, okay, you know what? Yeah. I am a 40-year-old man living in my mom's basement. Do something. You're very observant, sir. Anywho, you know, I don't understand how that's supposed to be a fucking put down when I actually take pride in that. Imagine having a parent that actually cares about their son, even though they're 40 years old. Eat a dick and die. So, anyways, me and Scythe go over to the merch tent. She sees all the fucking merch. I mean, they have walls of this shit. And I understand how it is to have like that fucking thing in your head where it's just like there's so many options you don't know where to start. And I could definitely see that that was what was going on in her head, you know. So anywho, nice to see the trolls fucking come in. I'll get to you guys in a minute. So anyways, yeah, so so I was just like, just pick something. And she's looking around, she's like, she points out a fucking jersey, and she's like, you know, how much is that? I was like, it's 150. You know, no big deal. She wants it, she's gonna fucking get it. And so like she didn't know anything about sizes or anything like that. So she talked to this one chick at the front and asked about that shit. She fucking got the hookup and she put it on. And this was like the best fucking thing I had seen in a very long time. Like she literally fucking lit up and let her little knee fucking just pop right the fuck out. And she's like her arms are swimming in the fucking arm parts of the fucking jersey, and she's like doing this little fucking wave thing. She's jumping up and down. The fucking look on her face was just so fucking bright. Worth every fucking penny as far as I'm concerned. It was so fucking adorable seeing that fucking reaction. And she was like that the whole fucking night from there on out. Now, one thing I will say, while we were fucking waiting in line, we're continuing our goddamn conversation. And I don't remember exactly what I fucking said, but I know it was some snarky fucking comment because it led to her saying the phrase fuck you jokingly, and without batting an eye, I said, "Okay." So, she and I ended up fucking continuing our fucking talking. And we end up going to watch fast forward through all of the fucking talking. We end up watching the tail end of Shaggy the Airhead. We watched this the Hatchetman project. Halfway through the Hatchetman project, she goes, "You want to take me to my Airbnb? You want to take me to your Airbnb and fuck?" I was like, "Yes, I do." So we went there. And yeah, I can definitely tell you guys this. Crazy McCormick broke his own personal fucking gathering curse. Motherfucker got some badussy in this bitch. Now, I will say this, though. I had to fucking stop because she'd been doing fucking mushrooms. She's been smoking weed and all that other shit. And, you know, so she was basically too fucking high. I kind of felt uncomfortable about basically doing anything involving that shit because I didn't want to take advantage of the situation. So I will say this, that first part was kind of a half truth, half lie. So I didn't do anything, but we just sat there. We lay down my bed and we fucking cuddled naked and shit like that. We talked and all that other shit. And that's fine, you know. But we get back, Esham's done. I think we had to be back by 11 because she wanted to watch Queen of Cheeks. Or we had to be back at yeah, and I don't remember if we did see Queen of Cheeks or not, but I do know for a fact that we stayed out until 4 in the fucking morning to watch the chapter 17's Wicked Function. Yeah, I'm reading it right off of my fucking screen over here. So But then after that, I ended up fucking staying at her site at Big Ballas, and we fucking woke up sweating and shit. Like I think she slept in that fucking hoodie, you know. So, but like I had, you know, so we woke up and I was like, you know, I offered to fucking buy her breakfast and shit. And one of the things that I wanted to do, one of those things that I love, like I love at the gathering the most, is the spot, the junk that has the fucking biscuits and gravy. Love the biscuits and gravy there. However, she was very leery about the fucking spot because that spot has been 50-50 as of late. It's like it's either it's really good or and everything's going to be fine, or there's going to be, or it's going to be really fucking good, but you're going to end up getting sick. So like apparently there's some people that work at that spot that do actually get sick. And she wasn't feeling that shit. And so we ended up fucking going over to, like, we were getting ready to walk over to the main stage area where they have all that stuff over there. But we found this pizza spot that was selling fucking like, what was it? Fucking pickle pizza. Oh my god, bro. And luckily I had some cash on me because it was either cash or Venmo. So luckily I had some fucking cash on me. So we were there, and on top of the pickle pizza, which we had to try, they also ended up saying that they were just getting ready to fucking pull out a fucking whole ass pizza that was biscuits and gravy. So I manifested biscuits and gravy into my fucking morning routine, regardless as to where we fucking went. So we ended up getting some biscuits and gravy pizza slices. We ended up getting some pickle pizza slices, and we just smashed that shit. I almost cried because of how fucking yummy this biscuits and gravy pizza was. And they had little tater tots on them too to like simulate hash browns. Oh my god, bro. If you went to the gathering and you missed out on biscuits and gravy pizza, you fucked up. Like, you seriously fucking fucked up. Little Nepotiz, you're a fucking idiot. You didn't hear a goddamn word I said. Quit trying to sound like you're part of the Democratic Party and just mixing shit up. But anyways, no, the pizza was honestly good. The fucking pickle pizza, like they put pickle slices on it, but then they also threw fucking like fucking sour cream and onion dip on it instead of marinara sauce, you know? And then the cheese, we're still fucking talking about this pizza, like me and Scytha, even to this day, we can't figure out what fucking cheese we put on it. You know, like what kind of cheese was on it? We don't know. All we know is that it was delish. That was the fucking important thing. Now, living off your parents till they croak. Yeah, they gave me a whole ass Prius. So what? Do something. But anyways, the more important thing was like what is to come with the itinerary. What was important to me was going to the Juggalo Flea Market / podcast super show / street team taco fiesta party. That was important to me, and the reason why was because some of my homies were on there. The Thuggalo Show was up on that bitch. The fucking Bartlehouse was up on that bitch, and Beastmaster from Carnival Spirits. So when I got there, Juggalo Internet. Everybody's internet was shut the fuck off. Probably except for Fago Lovers, because they were doing their fucking show. You know what I'm saying? They ended up like they had their own internet. Like you could pop up your phone and you could see the internet connections that were available. FLH Mobile was one of them, so I knew that Fago Lovers doing their shows, they had their fucking own internet, which is actually cool. It's actually a very, very smart idea that they fucking did that shit, you know? I thought that was really fucking dope. So, with that being said, continuing along, I fucking decided to actually jump up on Beastmaster, because like I saw Beastmaster as I was walking around that day on Thursday, or maybe it was Wednesday night. I don't remember, but I at some point ended up fucking bumping into him, and he ended up inviting me up on stage to be a part of the show and stuff like that. So getting to see everybody else's fucking sets and how everybody's got their hookups and shit like that, very interesting to me, to see how everybody else does their shit. What programs they use, what kind of computers they use, microphones, the whole works. Beastmaster, he's got an iPad. Nothing against Beastmaster, but Beastmaster came very ill-equipped and unprepared. But Beastmaster told me that he hadn't done really anything on Carnival Spirits in a long fucking time. And so, like, I guess maybe he didn't fucking do anything, or couldn't fucking set it up. But it got me thinking. It got me thinking about fucking podcasting and thinking about stuff that you would actually need in order to fucking do this type of shit. All right, Jimmy Metal, you have a good one. Scytha, you have a good night too. All in the good. Whoop whoop, y'all. So anyways, yeah, so I sat there for like maybe 45 minutes. Half of like maybe half or 2/3 of that 45 minutes ended up being just us waiting for the fucking internet to start. I even fucking posted about it on Facebook. I was like chilling with Beastmaster as I'm fucking waiting for Psychopathic to figure out their Juggalo internet. Because the whole fucking thing was out. I guess like a generator went out or something like that. Everybody fucking lost power and all that shit. What up, Bobby? So we finally get the internet going. Me and him fucking just kicking it and shit. I watched the shit later on, and oh my god, the like the sound quality was shit because it was picking up everything that was going on in the flea market, while it was picking us up and picking up everybody else that was surrounding us doing fucking podcasts. So unfortunately, it was like it was a very poor fucking thing. I mean, not for nothing, I love Beastmaster, he's my homie, but he just came ill-equipped. Yeah. Rest in peace, Ass Dan. Thank you for the sub, Diesel. I appreciate that shit, homie. So, I mean, I kicked it with him for a little bit, and at some point he was just like, you know, I think I'm just going to walk around and film people that are fucking at the flea market and show off what everybody's fucking doing. I was like, all right, I'm going to go do something else and fucking dip out. You know, I'm going to go fucking see what everybody else is fucking doing. So I fucking turn to my right, and down on the floor is the Thuggalo Show. So I'm yelling at them, and I'm fucking telling them, they're like, you know, I turn around and I see they have their camera. Like, they grabbed their camera off their fucking monitor, and they fucking had it aimed at me. So I'm yelling at them and shit. And I was like, I'm up in this bitch. Fucking doing my crazy McCormick shtick. And I was like, I'm going to come down. And they're like, we got 15 minutes left. So I fucking walk down, and I see these people bobbing for glizzies in front of the fucking stage in a wading pool full of orange Faygo. Like, they're literally going face deep trying to pick up fucking hot dogs out of their fucking mouths. I was like, well, that is probably one of the most gathering fucking things I could see. So I walk around, I go over to the Thuggalo Show guys. I put my arms around fucking Stony and Onstead, and I'm like, yo, I just saw something fucked up on the way here. And I told them about the glizzy thing. Now, there was no room at the table, so I ended up just sitting in the back for a little bit, just basically being the odd man out. I mean, I'm not a part of the Thuggalo Show. They're all my homies, but like, it's their show, you know. So if whatever they're doing is whatever. But it was funny though, because like, I did take a look at the recap. They sounded a little bit better. They had a little bit better fucking shit when it concerned whatever it was that they were doing, and I thought it was dope that What was I gonna say? Brain fart. You know, I just thought it was really fucking dope. You know, seeing them and doing the damn thing. I love the Thuggalo Show, guys. You know, like I've been cool with every single one of them ever since TPE was a thing, and I've never fucking said anything negative about any of them, including Trailer Park Cinderella. To me, they're all my boys. And I think one of the coolest things that ended up happening, because I don't know what they were doing, but I did find it funny, though, that even in their chat, I ended up getting recognized by the homie Mary Jane Monarch, mind you. So shout out to Mary Jane Monarch for fucking pointing me out in their chat during that fucking Thursday afternoon. And then at some point, some chicks from Wickedly Beautiful Ninjettes came around with fans because there were no fans that were fucking aimed at them, and Bartlehouse was sitting right in the front, right in front of them guys. So, you know, so like these two chicks from WBN fucking come up, and I recognize them, sort of. You know, I recognize that they were a part of Wickedly Beautiful Ninjettes, and they had little hand fans, and they were fanning all of us, and I was kind of flirting with with one of the fucking chicks. Like I said, something cutesy. Let's see. Did I run into Tequila or Melvin? No, I don't think I did. However, I did bump into Nasenda, and I also bumped into Nifty. If you know Nifty 3 from Twitch, I bumped into him. He's the kid who looks like fucking Bam Margera's stunt double, which has been the ongoing joke as long as I've known him, because that's exactly what he looks like. He looks exactly like fucking Bam Margera. He's just bigger. But anyways, so I fucking chill with them for like the last 15 minutes, fucking just being the fat guy in the background. I was looking at Stony through the fucking StreamYard. Oh my god, dude. Stony looked fucking completely out of it on nitrous and shit. Like he looked like he was coming down from the nitrous wearing the fucking sunglasses, just immovable. Just staring off into the fucking shit. So after they were done, I ended up fucking giving them a dap, and I mean, it wasn't much, but I got to fucking hang out with the guys for a little bit. And I was gonna go hang out with Bartle soon after, but he was in the middle of interviewing somebody on his show, so I fucking decided to walk around the fucking flea market and just taking a look at some of the other people and seeing what people were making and selling like that. And I loved the flea market because it showed so many fucking people that make their own crafts. I loved that about it. And I even bumped into Sista Hatchet, who has been making little carpets and stuff like that. So if you want a little carpet that's like shaped like a Hatchetman, you gotta hit up Sista Hatchet on Instagram. Like she'll fucking hook you up a deal. I'm waiting on this fucking subbed fucking thing to pop up again so I can see some more ass Dan. Eventually it'll come. If it fucking pops up, I'm leaving to fucking go get a Red Bull. Because I know I can get when I come back in a very short amount of time. Let's see. They should have recorded and went live at the same time, so when the final upload goes up, it would have been flawless. Like, it would have been dope if it did. And, you know, like, I probably could have whipped out the phone and fucking gone live on my own, just chilling with everybody. But, like, I was there to enjoy my gathering. I'm not the type of person really that takes pictures and does all that type of shit when it concerns fucking going to the gathering, because I'm going there to enjoy myself and be a part of the fucking shit. But this is another one of those things you definitely got to fucking put in your back pocket, because this is going to be another one of those things that pops up. Let's see. I plan on going live next year. I love being able to provide for those not there, but it will be my first gathering, so I just kind of want to do me. Right. For the most part, I want to do just myself. But the main streaming was one Sonic and IP2. Okay, well, I mean, I don't follow that shit, so I mean, like, there's like a bad fucking taste, I guess I could say, you know, when it concerns like the IP2 people. So I don't follow that shit. But anyways, yeah, so like I fucking had a blast. I ended up fucking continuing on. How many dudes did I kiss? Only 2. But anyways, yeah, so I fucking go back out. That's when I bumped into Senda. I bumped into Nifty. We fucking kicked it for a little bit. And then after that, I took a look at some of the other shit that was going on with the flea market. And I bumped into Sista Hatch and I see that shit. Later on, I ended up finding out that my friend fucking Just Jekyll was not only at the gathering, but she was also selling shit at the flea market. If you don't know anything about Just Jekyll, she does a cross promotion with fucking Superhuman. So she's boys with Superhuman, and she also fucking does merch for him. So if you see that fuck that shit t-shirt and some other fucking Superhuman shit that's come out recently, that's Just Jekyll. So you should definitely bow to Just Jekyll for that shit. But she'll be coming back in at a later time. So actually not that far from here. But then after I got done with that, I was, I said goodbye to Sista Hatchet, and I fucking went back over to Bartle. Bartle's seat was open, and so we ended up fucking kicking it on the Bartlehouse. And I saw that shit, and it was very frozen. Like the audio, like the videos and shit were very frozen. And he was probably like, out of everybody, I think he probably had maybe the most fucking professional looking microphone. So like I was basically fucking just, like he'd ask me a question, I'd fucking grab the microphone, I'd be talking. And I noticed though that when I fucking started talking, whether it be on Beastmaster's show or fucking Bartle's show, like I literally sounded like I was a professional voice actor or something like that. At least that's how it came out for me. Like that's how it sounded for me. I wonder why. So that was cool kicking it with him and like seeing how he fucking does his shit. And I loved the fact that everybody kind of has like their own fucking thing that they would do. Like most people nowadays use StreamYard, which I'm not a fan of. One person was using OBS, and then another person, it was actually, I think Bartle was using Melon, and there was some other shit that other people were fucking using. Me personally, I like using OBS. Because I can actually do more than just this right here. Right now, this is actually very fucking bare bones because I really didn't have a whole lot of time to prepare, working and shit, visitation with my son. So, like, I wasn't actually able to really prepare for this. It's just kind of a sit down and do that shit. But maybe I'll fucking do something better. Gunner B uses something different. Maybe. I mean, there's also Streamlabs. TikTok has their own fucking thing. Twitch has their own fucking thing. Even Elgato has their own fucking thing. Prism is another one. Yeah. Like, everybody's got their own fucking thing. Me, personally, I like to go old school and use OBS. But anyways, yeah, so I fucking finish up with Bartle. I go back to the fucking Bala site and kick it with everybody. And Scythe ended up asking me how things went. I was just like, dude, it's so fucking fantastic. Just seeing everybody in the Juggalo community that does their own shit, which is interesting because like about a month prior, I ended up a month prior to the fucking gathering, I came across a fucking live stream on TikTok of Dabalette, and she was actually making little charm bracelets and shit like that. I'm assuming preparing for selling them at the flea market for the fucking gathering. I was like, this is cool. Apparently the flea market started happening at the 2023 gathering of the Juggalos, and it was a huge fucking hit. So they decided to bring it back. And just seeing the fucking sea of Juggalos and all of these tables that have all this fucking merch and, little trinkets and stuff that people fucking do in their spare time, rugs and t-shirts and shit like that. I was just like, this was one of those things that was just so fucking beautiful to see. All of these podcasters in the Juggalo community that are sitting up at the fucking seminar tent stage doing their fucking shit. This was dope as fuck as far as I was concerned. Now, there was some other stuff that ended up happening during all of this other stuff, but I just decided to fucking chill. One of the things that I definitely wanted to see, though, was Darby's performance. That to me was the most important thing other than ICP. And then the only other thing that I actually wanted to watch was JCW Lunacy. So I ended up fucking just chilling at the fucking Big Balla site with Flipsey and the crew. And I guess during that time, and I have to fucking say this shit, which it kind of sucks, but there was a little bit of fucking drama that was going on at that site. Flipsey was kind of upset with some shit. It's not my story to tell. So if Flipsey decides to fucking talk about it on a live stream that he'll do, then that's on him. But me personally, I did my best to try to just stay out of it and to just try to fucking calm the situation as best as I possibly could. But what I do know, though, is that Flipsey was not happy and he wanted to leave. And I was like, dude, then you just wasted your fucking money, and you're here to have a good time. Like, that's the whole point of the fucking gathering, is to be here with family, be here with friends, enjoy yourself. Let all of the fucking negativity out, leave that at the fucking gate. Come here, get fucked up, watch shows, and enjoy yourself. And I think it took him a minute to actually fucking get into that, but he eventually did. Which I have to say, I love Flipsey to death. He's my boy. And I will say this, though. Yeah, he should never delete his channel. I should just tell him it's not allowed. Now, one thing I forgot to mention, though, when it concerned that fucking Goreleone thing that happened at the Renegade tent, when he fucking brought Scum and Smalls and fucking Insane Poetry over to see Goreleone perform, I fucking said, come here. Now you have surpassed the teacher. I could never do something like that. I could never pull Scum and Insane Poetry to come watch our boy's debut show. I am bad at advertising like that. If you've ever seen me try to fucking sell my own merch, it doesn't do very well, let alone trying to sell somebody else. Like, I have very little fucking capabilities of selling my own merchandise, you know what I'm saying? So to fucking get him to fucking grab these folks and bring them over to see Goreleone, if not for 5 minutes just to see the first song or something like that, that to me surpasses my own capabilities in a way. So, what don't know how Leaving got in there. But nevertheless, so I go back and, there was a little bit of that. I'm trying, like, the way I look at it, I'm just like, look, this isn't my shit. I'm just going to fucking I'm not going to, I just want him to fucking be happy. I want him to be cool. I want him to enjoy himself. So I talked to him about it. And I was, just fuck it, dude. Let's just go. Let's just go have a fun time and shit. Let's go watch some Darby, So, that's exactly what I did. Me and Sista, which, by the way, at this point, from here on out, Sista is a vast majority of my fucking gathering experience. So, we fucking go and see Darby and fucking chill and stuff like that. I know I'm probably going to get hate for this. But I didn't have too much of a fucking interest in watching Mastermind. I didn't have too much of a fucking interest in watching Dayton Family or Mercules or anything like that. I wanted to fucking chill. I didn't have any interest in a whole lot of shit until fucking the ICP show, right? You're goddamn right, Goreleone is good. Goreleone is excellent. I am swinging hard on Goreleone's nuts. He is an excellent performer, and I love the fact that he is very down to earth. IRL, he is a very down to earth fucking dude. Now, yeah, you see Dayton Family all over the place because, FLI, enough said, they're fucking Flint Town boys, just same as you. Not as much, me, not so much, but, So like, I don't know. I heard some shit about Amo, but I've got some other shit that I was fucking down for. Excuse me, my nose is a little itchy. Actually, as a matter of fact, let me take a quick break. I'm gonna grab me a Red Bull. Won't take me too long, so I'll be right back. Don't nobody go nowhere. All right. So I have now returned. Now, anyways, so I went to go see Darby with fucking Scytha and too long. I'm unsubbing. Cock ass. Anyways, so we fucking go see Darby, and then after that, I'm just like, I want to fucking just walk around or do whatever. I don't remember. It's kind of a blur up until the point where we have the ICP House of Horrors show. I know you were just joshing. All right. You have a good one, 621. Whoop whoop. Get some sleep. Clowny daggers, and I wonder why. So, we see the ICP House of Horrors show. Now, it's funny because there were some juggalos that were confused about this shit. Spoiler alert. What up, Nasenda? Talked about you for a little bit, man. So, spoiler alert for the uninitiated that were fucking butthurt about this shit or confused. The ICP House of Horror show was the setup that they had during their 1998 House of Horrors tour. The fucking set list that they had, of course, was not going to be anything past the Great Malenko because this was a 1998 fucking tour. It was the same fucking setup, the whole fucking thing. The nitrous tanks were completely out of control. Oh yeah, there was like a story about that at some point. Wait till I get to the fucking seminar. But anyways, so so now I was still in high school when that fucking tour came out. So I didn't know shit from Shinola about that fucking tour, but I loved the set. The set was fucking dope. Everybody coming out. And by the way, I gotta say this. Apparently, ICP does not pay much attention to anime because one of the people that was set up, if you know your anime, you can clearly see that somebody, one of their stagehands, was wearing a Soul King Brook mask. And it was very fucking apparent to me because for the last 6 months, I have been binge watching One Piece and Brook being one of the main characters of the fucking Thousand Sunny, and I know that face, and yet here we are, we see a fucking skull with a big black afro. Somebody was dressed up like fucking Brook with the revive fruit and everything, throwing Fago into the crowd. So as a weeaboo, I was very fucking confused, but happy at the same time anytime that the stagehands came out. The Thousand Sunny, Warlockside. Sunny. Sunny. It's the name of the Straw Hat Pirate ship. Not like because the Going Merry died. Spoiler alert. But anyways, yeah, I found that funny. One of the fucking cast members of One Piece ends up being one of the stage hands for Insane Clown Posse. Now, when they came out, they were both wearing fucking skull masks and shit. Oh yeah, dude, I already finished Inuyasha. And the fucking sequel to that. But anyways, yeah. Now, me and Scytha ended up fucking weaseling our way close to the fucking barricade and shit, so we got to see them motherfuckers super fucking close. It didn't seem like anybody cared about Super Famous Fun Time guys. Yeah, see, like, I'll be honest with you, like, I don't focus too much on like the super famous Funtime guys or Clockwork E or anything like that. I should say I used to. I'm gonna start. I think that there is a reason for me to actually fucking start paying a little bit more attention to this shit, and I'll get to that in a minute. But anyways, yeah. So at some point, like there were a lot of dicks that were fucking in the crowd, but you know, like it's an ICP show, you kind of expect a little bit of fucking mayhem when it concerns being in the set. But there's this guy that was standing in front of Scytha that was literally fucking pushing himself back, almost knocking her over, knocking her into me almost knocking someone else down, and then they would push me back. So me and Scytha were basically fucking just like a multi-ball in ping pong, you know what I'm saying? So, but she was getting pissed. Now, of course, they end the fucking set, and they fucking do Fago Armageddon. Me and Scytha both end up hopping the fucking guardrail, and we fucking rush the stage. Unfortunately, though, there's this gigantic fucking cinder block on the other side where we are. Both of us almost cracked our fucking nuggets on that bitch. But we fucking get out of that shit. We fucking move over to the side. We jump on. Somebody helps me up. I'm scrambling to find her. And we're both just completely fucking soaked in Fago and shit. And we're making out soaked in Fago. Now, this I thought was interesting, though. I noticed at the very beginning of this entire fucking show where they have the Fago bottles. Normally they throw either cola or root beer or something like that. This time they were throwing Diet Moon Mist. Diet Moon Mist. I was like, huh, that's a new one. And then it started fucking registering in my head. If they're fucking throwing green fucking shit for the House of Horrors show, then the red show they have to be throwing Diet Red Pop. But nevertheless, we ended up fucking rushing the stage. We threw some Fagos, and you know, we kept on getting fucking bombarded by people. There was way too many people that fucking rushed the stage. So eventually we ended up getting the fuck out of there. But I thought it was really cool that we ended up making out while we were fucking just getting showered in Fago. Something I've never done before, which I thought was really fucking dope. And this was like the whole, you know, temporary gathering girlfriend-boyfriend kind of thing, since I'm single, technically. And then, you know, I'm sure that anybody that wasn't worth their salt was just roaring and raving, ready to fucking go to the Omen stage to go watch fucking Skitz Kraven. Never mind. Fuck Skitz Kraven. 20% up in this bitch. Isn't it weird how we fucking evolved from 17%ers to now 20%ers? I didn't know you knew Scytha like that. The one from Flipsey's show, yes. Yeah, that is correct. That is Scytha from Flipsey's show. I actually didn't know her like that until I met up with her at the gathering. And me and her ended up fucking talking up a storm on Wednesday. So I thought that was actually pretty fucking cool. Single in your 40s and live in your mom's basement. What an example. I know, right? Congrats to me. But anyways, so after that, see, like I wanted to fucking go watch JCW, which didn't actually fucking start until 1 in the morning. Didn't have any real fucking interest in a lot of the other stuff. Unfortunately, like I fucking missed out on Clockwork E because I had some other shit. But this I thought was actually a pretty fucking interesting side story because I don't remember. I believe this was the same night. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm not sure. But no. This actually is the right time because this was an episode of JCW Lunacy. And And so like I was at first interested in watching the episode of Lunacy. Instead, comes to find out that I think this was like it was like I think by 3 a.m. or something like that. Scytha and her homie fucking Brenton had to go do the fucking seance thing, right? So I was like, well, I mean, wrestling is still going while we have to go over there to get her tickets and stuff like that. So she could go do the fucking seance thing. And I guess during the seance, you also have like a meet and greet with clowns and stuff like that. And so like we end up all fucking walking over to the info tent so she could get her information and all that other shit. And actually, I will say this during that period of time, I almost forgot. So the hat I'm wearing, completely fucking soaked in Faygo, right? I'm completely soaked head to toe. And I said that I needed to fucking go back to the Airbnb and fucking shower, clean up, and fucking do my thing. And so, because this hat's all fucked up, I didn't want to, like, I also wanted to take these clothes and fucking put them in the washer, because at the Airbnb, where I'm whole ass fucking house Airbnb with Bartle and Goreleone, they actually had a washer and dryer. So I put the clothes in the washer, took a shower, went back to the fucking gathering grounds, and I ended up fucking saying, wait a minute, I need a fucking hat. So I got a new hat. And I ended up wearing this hat throughout the rest of the day. And while I was waiting on the fucking hat, I also came across another fucking piece of merchandise. So yeah, this was like round 2 of fucking merchandise. I ended up getting the fucking walking home backpack, utility pack, book bag, whatever the fuck. Because I figured if I got that fucking thing, then I could actually carry my stuff like in the backpack rather than my fucking pockets. Like I could literally just leave my keys in there. And on top of that, they also have like this little thing right here. I thought this was really cool because like this, you can put your fucking, you just put the zipper things in and then you can lock it up. And just for reference, let's see. Yeah. The code on there for my shit is 665. Zay, what's going on, brother? It was great seeing you too, brother. I gave you some mad props, bro. Because I love you. All the homo. Anyways, so I fucking took a shower, washed my clothes, went back to the fucking gathering grounds, got myself a new hat, got that backpack. And I don't remember if I got anything else, but like I went back to the fucking campsite, and this is funny too because by the way, all of this fucking walking around in the campsite and shit like that, constantly fucking going back and forth to the big Ballin site. You'll see why in a fucking you'll hear about this in a minute because I think it's fucking funny. But anyways. So like I originally was going to go to see JCW, but then I kind of lost interest because I think somebody else wanted to go watch Galactic Empire, and I was like, I was fucking busy fucking chilling with Scytha. So Scytha ended up having to fucking do the seance thing, and we end up walking over to the fucking info tent. What do I see at the info tent? Well, not only do I see fucking J-Web, but I also saw a flat screen TV and this. So I was like, by the time the seance starts, wrestling is going to be over. I'm going to have nothing to do. I might as well just stay at the so I figured maybe I can stay at the info tent and play Nintendo. So I looked at J-Web and I said, hey, Jay, is this free to play? He's like, oh yeah, go ahead. So I fucking sat at the info tent with J-Web playing fucking Mega Man 2 of all things. And just like DCG Con, when in Colorado, when DCG Con got shut down and everybody was fucking hanging out in the lobby, I ended up having a Hyperkin and a fucking box full of NES games to play. I hooked it up on the TV in the fucking lobby, and before I knew it, I had a crowd. I was just playing Mario 3, and this time I'm playing fucking Mega Man 2 on a flat screen TV, so like I've got people walking past the fucking shit. And then I've got Shu walking back and forth, doing shit with J-Web. And then I've also got other people in carts fucking driving past me. And they're like, oh my god, he's playing Nintendo. I was like, you're goddamn right. And then somebody says, are you playing Castlevania? No, this is fucking Mega Man. You know, so like I'm just sitting there, and of course I'm playing Mega Man 2 because that's the Mega Man game that's on the NES Mini, which I think belongs to Rob. And so I just sat there and I fucking played Mega Man 2, and I beat it in 50 minutes. I still got like another 10 minutes or so fucking left, but I had to take a piss. So I fucking walk over to the fucking porta potties. I take a piss. I walk back. And our friend Deflet Leslie is over there. Now, come to find out that Deflet Leslie, there was some guy that was there was a guy that was literally fucking posting things in the porta potties about her. Apparently, according to what this dude was fucking saying, he was trying to spread awareness about this chick that Leslie allegedly gave him fucking herpes and didn't say anything about it. And then when he got fucking herpes, he fucking, or some kind of STD, she tried to gaslight him and fucking all this other shit. So all of that shit was already fucking going around during that entire time. Something that kind of sort of slipped my mind. I wasn't sure if this was happening on Thursday or Friday or whatever. Maybe it was, yeah, but it was happening during that time because I did see that people were approaching her, talking to her about that shit, and she had a little bit of a freak out moment. That was one of the things that was happening in between Darby and the House of Horrors show. I had to fucking calm her down. Just, you know, like me and Sita ended up having to calm her down because she's known for being at the gathering, for being the chick that walks around butt booty naked, and fucking, and so like apparently. Like this motherfucker, I told her, look, being a part of social media myself, I kind of understand that, and I had to tell her that you have to take this into consideration too, and understand the fact that apparently this dude wanted to fuck last year, you didn't let him fuck, and now he's on a vengeance, because she actually said that whenever somebody would see those signs and tear them down, that dude would be around the clock fucking posting these things. Think about that shit. You're so fucking obsessed with a chick that you didn't get to fuck, that you are pissed at the fact that you didn't fuck this bitch, that you are literally taking your time to spend money at the gathering, to buy a ticket, to spend all your money, all this money on flyers to spread awareness about this shit, and going around the gathering grounds to every fucking porta potty round the clock to fucking post these things. Obsessed much? Apparently this fucking chick hit this dude in the feels, and this was his year-long plan, right? So she and a couple of other people ended up telling security about this dude, who he was, and all this other stuff. Long story short, he did get kicked out of the fucking gathering for this. You know, it was just like, this dude has nothing better to do with his life than to post round-the-clock fucking bullshit propaganda just because he didn't get his dick wet last year. Dude, if you didn't get your dick wet last year, then you didn't get your dick wet last year. All right? I've been to 3 fucking gatherings in a row without getting my fucking dick wet. Not including this one. All right? Like, I didn't get my dick fully fucking wet since 2012. All right? I've gone to Super Gathering. I went to the 2021, and I think there might have been another one prior to that. And I'm not complaining at all. All right, so it's just like, dude, you're fucking like, how insane, how fucking psycho does this chick's pussy make dudes even when she doesn't fuck the dude? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's got to be some super fucking Riz pussy. So, anyways, yeah, after I finish my video game, I take a piss, and then I come back and I see Leslie, and I fucking kick it with her. And she's talking about the situation to some other juggalos who knew that it was bullshit. And so, like, I'm fucking I'm in mid conversation, and I look over to the fucking info tent, and I see Scytha and Brenton, and they're looking around thinking that I was going to be there. So I was just like, I was trying to flag them down and shit like that. I fucking walk up to them, meet up back with them. I was just chilling over there with Leslie, and we all fucking walked back over to the campsite, and I stayed at the fucking Big Ballin site again. Do I need more Riz? No, I don't. I think I got plenty. So the next thing, so like we go and I fucking stay the night again. It's almost at this point. It's like, why did I even get the Airbnb if I'm not even gonna fucking stay there? You know what I'm saying? Whatever. It wasn't too big of a fucking. It wasn't too big of a fucking thing for me though, because like, once again, just like the rubbers and just like the fucking video games and stuff, the Airbnb basically turned into an in case shit, kind of situation. I paid money in case shit. I can come and go as I please. I don't think Bartle's gonna fucking complain because, well, I gave him fucking money for an Airbnb. I'm not gonna ask for the money back even if I didn't stay at the Airbnb the entire time. Exactly. AIDS and herps are for life. Who wouldn't be upset? But who knows who's telling the truth? To be perfectly honest, like, I think it was honest. I honestly would have to back her up because, well, I mean, I know her more than I would know dude. And just reading the fucking flyer, you could just tell that this dude was fucking just talking out his ass. Like, I was reading between those lines. But nevertheless, like, we ended up fucking going back, and like, I think by that time, well, like, I think she wanted to fucking check out the Wacko the Kids thing because Wacko is selling some weed and shit. And I guess word was going out that Wacko was giving out free fucking weed during his after party, coming from a professional version. That's loser behavior, right? So, but like, she didn't get out of the seance until like 4 in the morning, so she wasn't able to fucking partake in the Wacko after party. So she wasn't able to get free weed. She did try some of that fucking Wacko weed for the Airheads shit, and she thought it was pretty good. Goreleone thought the weed was good too. But the next day, like, shit, we've been on for 2 hours. We're only on fucking Friday, right? We're on fucking Friday, and we've got some things that we want to fucking see. Like, I would have partaken. I would have partaken in the Fago launching contest, but at the same time, over at the fucking tent, over at the seminar tent, Shade and Olay and Demise and one of their other homies doing the 17 layers of Hell's Pit hot wing eating contest. This is another one of those things that you're going to have to put in your fucking back pocket. Right off the rip, right when they're getting ready to start. They get everything set up, all the tables and stuff. They got people fucking signing up for this shit. Demise grabs the microphone and he's like, "What up, y'all? You ready to see a motherfucker die?" And it was so fun watching this shit. There was this one guy, like, literally, at some point, like, he was eating this fucking hot sauce lathered fucking chicken wing. He's crying, and he's trying not to fucking... It was fucking hilarious as hell watching these motherfuckers. Everybody's making fun of the motherfuckers that are up on the table. The motherfuckers up on the tables are fucking throwing chicken bones at motherfuckers in the crowd. It was fucking hilarious as hell. Seeing that shit was absolutely fucking funny. And one thing I forgot to mention, though, was like on Thursday, we ended up seeing Goreleone over at the Ship of Fools at like 4:30, and it was hella fucking super late, which pissed off some people, me specifically, because it's just like, I'm a stickler for timing, and it's like they took time out of Goreleone's fucking set to be like our fallen homie kind of thing, which, hey, it sucks when you have a fallen homie, but time is time, you know? But Goreleone ended up fucking doing his set. This actually was a much better fucking set on the Ship of Fools than it was over at the fucking Renegade stage. And it was actually the first time Sista was able to fucking watch Goreleone do his fucking shit. It was phenomenal. Much better sound, much better quality. And I was even fucking blown away listening to it a second time. And I was just like, see, yeah, now you understand what the big hubbub is about fucking Goreleone. And that happened Thursday at 4:30-ish. You know, I stuck around definitely to watch that. Bartle was there to watch Goreleone and also to watch Isolated Beings. And on the way back from that, I bumped into Just Jekyll. She introduced me to Billy. And Billy's actually a very cool dude. So because of that, like, unfortunately, I missed Clockwork E, so I wasn't able to see that. I wasn't able to see Clockwork E when they were doing shit with super famous fun time guys. And I'm thinking to myself, you know, I really should probably get a little bit more into watching that shit. But nevertheless, watching Shade and Olay and fucking Demise and shit like that, that was dope. Seeing that fucking contest. Because they did that contest off the fucking books. You know, they did that contest on their own fucking shit. Any word about CPN? No. I'm not gonna fucking bring that up. Unfortunately. Yeah, your girlfriend's curious. Unfortunately, no. I'm not gonna fucking talk about that. Maybe in a DM, but not here. But anyways, so fucking seeing that shit, it was so fun watching this stuff because like they ended up having their own fucking sauce. And even DJ Clay fucking showed up. He has his own hot sauce, right? So they even fucking used DJ Clay's fucking hot sauce on the chicken. And the 17 layers of Hell's Pit hot sauce on the fucking chicken. You know what I'm saying? But they had some really fucking bad shit. And I knew they were going to have some bad shit. Okay? They had the bomb, which I already know I can't fucking handle, personally. And they also had Mad Dog 357. So, hell to the fuck no. Even when I walked up, like, I walked up to go say what up to Shade, because I saw Shade, I wanted to give him some love, because I love Shade. I love Shade, I love Olay. I wonder why, but I love Olay. You know what? Just for the fucking sake of fucking whatever, I want to see Olay's, and I want to see I wonder why in the fucking chat. Just make it rain. Make it rain with I wonder why and Olay. Am I planning on joining the pre-Hollow Wicked fucking caravan? Hell no. Hell no. Did they even post anything about other Hollow Wicked dates yet? Not that I've seen, but I've already got my fucking tickets secured for Hollow Wicked. I will let you guys know about that. What up, Venomous? So anyways, I wonder why. Venomous in the ha. I wonder why. Yeah, that was something that Olay kept on fucking saying. Like, he was in one of those assholes with a megaphone. I wonder why. I wonder why. It's even been all over Facebook, and I'm wondering why people are wondering why. I wonder why. So it was fun watching that shit. Now, unfortunately, they had a a time constraint. They were only on from 12:30 to 1:30, so they had to fucking really narrow some shit down because there were some motherfuckers in there that were dealing with the fucking hot sauce. Here was the rules though. They had to fucking put on the hot sauce, right? So they put on the fucking hot sauce. And they were like, you see all of these fucking wonderful, delicious beverages sitting in front of you, water, Faygo, milk, you're not allowed to touch it. It's literally just there to fucking tease you. And I'm going to tell you this flat the fuck out. Shade was such a fucking dick. Because, like, as people are eating this fucking chicken, the hot chicken, he's got this fucking 2-liter of blueberry raspberry Faygo, and he's just like wiggling it in front of him, being like, are you thirsty? You need some of this, motherfuckers? Like, one guy almost fucking cracked open the milk and started drinking it, and then people were booing him, so he fucking set it down. One kid was crying. Like, one person was crying. And another thing, too, you were not allowed to fucking, like, wipe your face or anything like that. Like, the contest was literally designed to make motherfuckers absolutely suffer. And that's exactly what I did. Was expecting. Like, I literally fucking, when I saw Shade, I fucking walked up and I was just like, oh, dude, are you ready to fucking see this shit? And then he just goes, hell yeah, how about you? I was like, let's do it, brother. Bring on the pain. And I fucking punched the fucking table like really fucking hard and loud and shit. And that was like after this dude ended up asking me if I wanted to participate in this fucking contest. And I said, hell no, I'm not designed for this level of hot sauce. I wonder why, but you know, it's still, I love that shit. And unfortunately, because of this, I ended up missing out on the Faygo launching contest, but I was not going to miss out on Shade. I was not going to miss out on Darby, because these motherfuckers are my people. They're my boys. And as far as I'm concerned, I'm going to be there for support. God damn it. And it turned out that Shade was not able to get fucking booked as a performer for the Gathering of the Juggalos. However, Rob was very interested in this hot wings eating contest. This is another one of those things, like I said, when it concerned the Juggalo podcasts and the flea market, meeting Darby O'Trill, put this shit in your back pocket, because this is an important fucking thing. The same thing with what was right after that, which we stuck around for Tom Wood's art battle. And we wanted to stick around for that. Scytha wanted to watch the art battle, so it was kind of like an exchange thing, you know? If she came with me to see the fucking hot wings shit, then I would stick around for the Tom Wood art battle. And to see the fucking talent that a lot of these artists fucking had. Phenomenal. Absolutely fucking phenomenal. Someone was walking with a megaphone that kept saying, I wonder why, over and over and over. That was probably Olay. That was probably fucking Olay. I wonder why. I'm still wondering why he's wondering why. Never really got a fucking absolute pure answer out of that. Now, I'm gonna say this, like the art battle, and I'll be honest with you, from the art battle all the way up to about 9 o'clock at night, who was the guy eating ass on the Ferris wheel? I have no idea, but kudos to that guy. That takes some fucking endurance, I guess. So from the end of the art battle all the way up to about 9 p.m. So there's like a 6-hour window. I don't remember a whole lot except for one thing. And that was round 2 with Scytha. And I fucking sealed the deal on that motherfucker right in her own tent. So yeah, I was able to fucking catch my nut, and I'm happy about that. because that right there in and of itself broke my own personal fucking gathering curse that I have had since the 2012 gathering of the Juggalos, the last time I got some fucking netting. So it was 12 years in the making. I was able to fucking bust a fucking huge nut, and I was happy. But then at 9:30, I want to say, ended up being Kim Dracula. Now, so like I'm gonna tell you this, like some of the main things, some of the stuff on main stage that I fucking missed. I missed Salamander X, I missed Twisted Insane, I missed Gangsta Nip, I missed Rakim. I had zero interest in any of that shit, to be perfectly fucking frank. But Flipsey and Sista wanted to watch Kim Dracula. And I had no idea what to expect with Kim Dracula. But when I got to that, we ended up walking in on it. It was fantastic. Kim Dracula is like the modern day version of fucking Mike Patton. Like listening to the way Kim Dracula ends up switching from genre to genre to genre in an entire fucking song reminded me so much. It reminded me so much of Mr. Bungle. Jay nor Shaggy cared about any of that. Either they were sleeping, they said. Oh, Diesel. Actually, no, I'll get to that in a minute. But like, I think at some point, like, I think we were taking a nap after Kim Dracula because I was trying to fucking go see Bloody Mania and some other shit. And like, it was so fucking hot. Like, I'm fucking chilling with her, and I'd have my arm over her and shit like that, just spooning and fucking cuddling and shit. And she'd be asleep, but she would just grab my arm and aggressively just throw it off of her and shit. It was that fucking hot. Like, so, and she was like completely fucking naked, and like it was still too hot for her. I think it might have maybe it was the mushrooms. I don't fucking know. But anyway, Kim Dracula reminded me so much of fucking Mike Patton's Mr. Bungle project or Fantomas and stuff like that. And I had been saying for the last 4 years that I personally think that Mike Patton, in some way, shape, or form, needs to be a part of the gathering of the Juggalos. I honestly feel like Mike Patton as Mr. Bungle, Fantomas, Tomahawk, something would probably go over extremely well at the gathering of the Juggalos. Instead, we ended up getting Kim Dracula, which reminded me so much of that. But it was like more metal and gent and hip-hoppy and shit like that. And it was really fucking cool. I actually was blown away. Like, I had the same feel for Kim Dracula this year like I did when we went to Super Gathering and fucking Ghostmane fucking came out. Like, Ghostmane was the fuck... Like, Ghostmane at Super Gathering was like the highlight of the fucking gathering. And for me, I had the same feels when it concerned Kim Dracula. But I did miss out on Ouija Mac. I don't remember why. I think oh yeah, and during that process, like after the Tom Wood art battle, somewhere in between, aside from getting pussy, I ended up also getting some time to spend with fucking Shade and stuff like that, because like I was thirsty and I needed to stop somewhere, and I chilled out with Nisenda and Papa for a little bit, and then I went to the store, ended up fucking getting me something to drink, and I came back and I started hanging out with Shade because I wanted to. And Shade and Olay and Demise, I officially got introduced to Demise. And me and him hit it off really well when we were kicking it. He asked me if I wanted a fajita made out of cow's tongue. I was like, my Midwestern ass has never had something like that before. And he's like, it's actual cow tongue. I'm just letting you know that it's literally a cow's tongue. Hey, what up, What up, Nephilo? Shit dick. Anyway, so yeah, I'm chilling with fucking Demise, and he gives me a fucking cow tongue fajita. And he starts pouring some of that just sauce on the boy, put some cheese on it, and I was like, fuck it. I ate the whole thing. And let me tell you something. Juff sauce is fucking awesome. Hold on a second. Just out of pure fucking enjoyment and supporting my boys, I had to get me a bottle of that fucking Juff sauce. And I've been advertising this in a sense where it's just like, okay, look, there is a secret ingredient in Juff sauce that is affected by your DNA, specifically the Juff link. Okay? If you are a Juff, this will taste like you are putting in your mouth the heat of 1,000 suns. And this is backed up by scientific proof when it can, like, this is scientifically proven and it was studied by fucking professional hot sauce scientists. Okay? If you're not a Juff, it's fine. But if you are a Juff, then you are, if you have that Juff link in your DNA strands, then it's going to fucking kill you. Okay? So to each his own. But to me, the Juff sauce is absolutely delicious. I've already taken in like almost half the bottle. And we've only been home for like a week. The 17th layer of Hell's Pit hot sauce though, I've been nursing this. This is actually pretty fucking hot. But the reason why I got it was because of some of the fucking ingredients that they put in here. Carolina Reaper, Trinidad Scorpion, habanero peppers. Of course, it's got vinegar, molasses. But like, they also have some weird shit in there. Like peanut butter is actually a fucking ingredient in this. And I was like, shit, man, you had me at fucking peanut butter. But the Juff sauce, the taco sauce, dude, I've been going to Taco Bell more often just to put this shit on a fucking burrito, a chalupa, a taco, whatever the fuck Mexican eatery shit that I can get at Taco Bell. But this stuff, like, I'll try some of it. It's good, but it comes with fucking regrets. It comes with regrets. Hope you enjoy shitting lava. But it's so fucking delicious at the same time. But I have to pace myself because, like I said, I'm not very fucking, very into hot levels of hot sauce and shit like that. But I'm enjoying it. I'm gonna need to get like 2 more bottles of Juff sauce. But I think that I think I need to talk. I need to have a talk with Shade and see whether or not they're gonna put this, put more pre-orders on this shit. I will say that it's delicious. It's very vinegary though, but I really enjoy it nevertheless. And I had to fucking support my boys. And on top of that, I got to eat a cow tongue, which has never happened to me before. I bet you that Juff sauce is probably going to be dank on popcorn. Boof the boy for 20 bucks. Hell no. Dude, I already fucking reverse boof it when and it still hurts. It still hurts when I fucking just ingest it naturally. Because you can even see dude, I'm looking at a seed in this bitch right now. I had a whole thing of jalapeno cheese bread from Albertson's bakery section. Drank a whole green juice of Bolthouse Farms juice, and I've been puking from my ass for the last 2 days. Dude, I've been fucking purposefully going to Taco Bell just so I can fucking eat the sauce. As a matter of fact, post gathering, the first thing I did was I left to go to fucking Taco Bell just so I could fucking put this on some shit. I even put 17th layer. I even put this 17th layer shit on a fucking McChicken just to see whether or not it would actually do something. It's delicious, but you're gonna shit fire. That's quality boofing material, seeds and all. You gotta put the baby wipes in the freezer. No fucking shit, bro. But anyways, yeah, so I missed out on Ouija Mac. Although I did hear about what happened towards the end of it. I guess like he ended up doing Disevolution is the name of the song off of Dark Planet, and then it ended with him getting shot, and chicks actually got fucking scared of it. Yeah, that was interesting. But anyways, yeah, so like I missed out on that. However, I did, yeah. And then later he fucking apologizes for it, breaks kayfabe on fucking TikTok or Twitter or some shit. I don't fucking know. But you know, it is what it is. Gen Z motherfuckers be like, right? Oh my god, there's a ShutUpMeg. Yeah, in a video game. But anyways, yeah, and like so like I missed out on Ouija Mac, which I've seen Ouija Mac before, but like I wanted to save up my fucking energy because like I remember in 2021, like I was so full of fucking energy being with Stony and fucking just like even at my age, like I was still able to kick it with them, but like I've gained a lot of weight since then. I've become a little bit more lethargic. I wanted to put more energy into other fucking things. Ouija has a rest in peace shirt for sale at his booth even. Juggalos and boofing, what the fuck? I mean, if you know, if you know, you know. I mean, like, why? What the fuck? I wonder why. What the fuck? A lot of bitches love the dad bod. Surprisingly, I know. Like, I got a dad bod, and I was still able to get some fucking netting at the gathering. However, I'm personally not comfortable with it because I know that with the dad bod comes lethargy and tiredness and stuff like that, and I'm just if I weighed if I weighed 30 pounds lighter, I'd have more energy. But nevertheless, was Big J or any of the comedy good? I don't know. I didn't watch Big J Okerson. I didn't watch the comedy. I didn't watch the comedy show at all. Didn't care for it. It was just like, look, it's not the Weasel. It's not, it's not Randy from Trailer Park Boys. Why would I care? That's what drugs are for. But I don't do drugs. You know that. Everybody knows that. Like, I'm one step away from fucking straight edge. But nevertheless, like, one of the things that everybody at the camp wanted to watch was A Killer's Confession. And why is that? Because it's Waylon's fucking band. Waylon from fucking Mushroomhead. So it was like, that's dope. We want to fucking go see that. Because I love Mushroomhead. I love listening to Mushroomhead, and Waylon being one of the former members of that, and having his new band, A Killer's Confession. I thought that was great. Save a kid, kill your local pedophile. That was like the basic slogan for that shit, and I thought that was dope as fuck. That's definitely something that I can back up. But we ended up going there during sound check, so we were fucking. So we got to see Waylon without his mask, and he's got his fucking old guy glasses on and shit, doing a sound check. I thought it was fucking dope as fuck. And then we ended up watching the whole fucking set. Kung Fu Vampire was next, but I missed out on that. I think it was because we wanted to go to the Clownvis after party. Dude, Brad Williams would be perfect for the fucking gathering. Having a midget doing stand-up at the gathering of the Juggalos, there's no fucking loss right there. Midget comedy. I'm a midget. But anyways, yeah, I think the other thing that we wanted to do was go to the Clownvis Apocalyptic Nuclear Meltdown Zombie Party. And so we went to that. And I got a chance to throw shit. I missed out on Bloody Mania though. Which really fucking sucks because because the next day was the seminar, but we ended up fucking going back to sleep. And there was really not much. Yes, I think I'm having a heart attack. No, it's cool. You pass. That never gets old. Thank you for the follow. Anyways, yeah, so like there was there's not really much else that I had interest in personally, you know. So I missed out on Kung Fu Vampire, I missed out on Scythe Gang, I missed out on Wacko the Kid, you know, and a lot of the other stuff that was on Ship of Fools at the time, to go watch the Clownfish shit. And even the next day, there was not really much that I had very much interest in, other than the ICP seminar. Now, when we got to this fucking seminar, everybody, like, the trash war had already fucking started, and apparently, like, everybody was out of the fucking tent. It smelled like trash and fucking rotted fish. I did actually see a skunk skin. Like, somebody found a dead skunk and used that to fucking throw at the trash party. I'm sure everybody already knows about the squid, or the octopus, whatever the fuck. Did cops freak out on the fake shooting? I don't think so. I don't think any of the fucking cops did anything. I think they all knew that it was a part of the fucking show, because even the fucking stagehands didn't do shit. You know, it was all part of the fucking gag. But anyways, yeah. So, like, we go to the fucking seminar, and it smells fucking horrible. And this I thought was really cool, because at that time I actually bumped into Jane Doe, and I introduced myself to her. I said that I follow her on Instagram, and I love following Jane Doe on Instagram because she is a very fucking bubbly and optimistic person. I feel like that what she's doing with her Yodo album, her EP, it's not. It's definitely in that Juggalo vein, but it's kind of like very poppy. Not like the chick poppy, but, you know, very fucking bubblegum pop mixed with fucking wicked shit. I don't know how it fucking works, but it does. But I think it has something to do with the fact that it's done by Jane Doe. And Jane Doe is a very fucking positive, optimistic, and bubbly person. And I love that personality that she portrays about herself on Instagram. And so seeing her in real life and sharing that with her, she adored it. I don't know if it would be Drake-ish. No, it's very, like, she has, like, her cadence is very sped up, and she doesn't take herself very seriously with it. But and I think that actually adds a little bit to the fucking charm. So especially there's this one fucking beat that she has on that EP, which is, the song is literally called "We Sports Tight Beat." And when I saw that, I was like, you have my immediate attention, because video games. D-Antword-ish? Kinda, yeah. I guess you could say it'd be somewhat like D-Antword. You know? But yeah, so we go to the mystery seminar, and I forgot to fucking post up the notes, which is very weird now, because Jay doesn't even write the notes anymore. The notes was literally a fucking a printout. It's not even in his fucking hieroglyphics handwriting. But some of the things that he ended up talking about was, you know, I'd say the most important things that he really talked about, at least to me, is, for one, he talked about the fucking farewell tour. They brought up the farewell tour. So I guess that's going to be starting in May of next year. They're going to be doing a tour in fucking Australia, Europe, and the United States. And then they're done fucking touring. You know, they might do, like, little tours very similar to what they're planning right now with the Hollow Wicked tour, with the whole caravan thing, which I am not going to be a part of. However, I will be at Hollow Wicked. So if you fucking end up being in Detroit on Halloween, you will see me. I will be there. Giving daps and kissing babies and rubbing butts and all that other shit. Another thing that he ended up fucking bringing up was the Ultra Live Monster 5 show. I guess they're still trying to fucking do shit when it concerns the Bahamas. But it's like, dude, the Ultra Live Monster 5 happened so fucking long ago. I don't know how many people would still have all their fucking tokens. And I think And it was funny because they were jokingly saying something about how they were trying to fucking hold off on the fucking discount for the merchandise for the rest of your life kind of shit. Like they were trying to hold off on that as long as humanly possible. And then the funny thing was they ended up saying something about how like they want to fucking close this out because they, you know, like there's never been a promise that they never fucking kept. And I'm thinking, Bloody Brothers LP. Yeah, it looks like psychopathic traders are going to have a lot of revenue. Possibly. I mean, but like by this time, it's like how many fucking ninjas have actually sold their fucking tokens? You know? So like there's very Shockumentary too. Yeah, that's another fucking thing. The second book that I see that Jay said he wants to fucking put out, which I'm pretty sure he will, but there was no mention of the sixth. You know, and a lot of people have been fucking saying the Knot is the name of the fucking the Six Jokers card, but there was no reveal, no information whatsoever about the sixth. You know, so like a lot of people are now speculating it's probably not going to happen until Hallowicked, and if it doesn't happen at Hallowicked, then it's probably going to happen at Ballas or what the next most important fucking thing for me, at least, the return of DCG Con, and it's being mixed with Juggalo Weekend. I lost my shit because in 2018 at Colorado at DCG2, I did a Nintendo tournament that fucking failed immensely because I spread myself too thin. I didn't know what I was doing. And as soon as they said that DCG Con was going to be a thing, DCG3 mixed in with Juggalo Weekend in Worcester, I want to go. I want to be a part of that. And as soon as the seminar was done, I fucking sent an email to Rob saying, I know, you know, like I was a part of that. I was part of DCG2. I did the Nintendo tournament. I want to come back and do the Nintendo tournament again because I have some ideas that might further better the ideas of the tournament because I fucked up the tournament a lot. But I have some ideas about what I can do, what games to play, what fucking giveaways for the winners. I have some ideas. I didn't put all of that into full fucking details, but if I can get in touch with Rob, I have some ideas. I just need to get in touch with Jump Steady. Now he also ended up mentioning, Jay had a fucking squid thrown at him. That was funny to watch. What the fuck is that? And then they fucking go on this thing talking about how octopuses are very fucking smart and shit, and they might kill the motherfucker. But after the fucking seminar, Jay and Shaggy left. All that was left was Jump Steady to fucking clean up. Scytha, by the way, I forgot to mention this. After A Killer's Confession, she got not only Wayland, but Wayland's wife to fucking sign her ass. And I took a fucking picture of it. After the fucking seminar, though, she got Jump Steady to sign her tits. So this is like 4 fucking signatures that she's got. Another one being Tom Wood. And I think you might have to talk to her about that one. So we went back to camp. I know that there was like some other shit. Oh yeah, on our way back, I think, is when at some point I bumped into Silver Stasher. I don't remember if it was like during Friday or if it was during Saturday, but I do know that I at some point bumped into Silver Stasher, and he ended up pointing out the fact that some of the ops were fucking chilling in the fucking big Ballin sites. And I was like, really? I find that fucking interesting because I've been walking past that specific fucking campsite every day, multiple fucking times, and not once did any people from the ops camp talk shit, yell at me, do anything, right? I found that interesting. But at some given point in time, see, Jump Steady's auto is worthless. Just kidding. I mean, like, dude, Jump Steady, like, a lot of people don't really realize how fucking behind the scenes Jump Steady actually is. You know, like, he's responsible for a lot of shit. Ninjas in Actions is the sole reason why you have so many things going on with the Gathering and DCG Con, Juggalo Weekend, all of these, you know, the big four. You know, the big four shows is all Ninjas in Action, I believe. And so, like, Jump Steady fucking controls all of that. Like, that's his company. And on top of that, I don't, like, I might have missed out on something else, but I don't remember if it was at some point Friday or fucking Saturday, but I had to fucking take a stop through Merch Row again because I found out that they were selling hard copy covers of the second edition of Morton's List. And I had to fucking get it because I already have the first edition back at DCG Con at the Gibraltar in Novi, you know, the Detroit area. And I wanted to actually take a look through some of this stuff because I wanted to see what kind of fucked up shit they got going on here. So I've been curious to see how these, you know, some of these fucking quests that they have on there. Oh, hey, they have little pictures and shit. Drink in hand. Get a container and drink before, during, or after the quest. Grab a bottle of water, carbonated refreshment, red or styrofoam cup, etc. Sophisticated adults of drinking age may pour a martini, German, Hefeweizen, cheap Chardonnay, domestic swill, etc. Add ice and mix with soda, fruit, and small umbrellas, etc. Only set drinks down as necessary. So basically all it is just drink a beverage. So, but not only did I get the fucking this, not only did I get that, but Tall Jess talked me into getting a new fucking boulder. This thing is fucking heavy. Like, you hear that shit? This is literally a metal fucking boulder, dude. A limited edition. They only had like a small handful of these boys. I wanted to get the black one, but they didn't have any more of the black ones, so I got the red one. If you're gonna fight, do it where nobody is at. Make it a cool 2 minutes and just walk off so nobody else starts drama. I wasn't worried about that shit. Yeah, so like I got the hardcover boy, and I was happy about that. Am I gonna do a Rebirth playthrough? I already did, like on Twitch, like the day it came out. I beat it, and then I beat it on hard mode. I might do it again some other time, but right now, it's not in the cards. But anyways, yeah. So try to get me to buy one, but I was broke. The boulder or the book or both. Because like I saw the boulder and I was like, bro, I had to get the fucking boulder. But I don't remember if this is something that happened on Friday or Saturday, but I know that it was in the morning because I had to fucking get it. It was funny because when I seen you were standing at their camp. I thought you were pulling up on them. No, I didn't even know that they were there, Stasher, until you fucking pointed it out to me. Because like, I figured that I honestly had it already thought up in my head that if they were actually there, then and they saw me, they would actually say something. And literally nothing was said anytime that I walked past them going back to the fucking our fucking Ballin site or walking away from it to go to another show. But eventually we did end up hitting the Miss Juggalette pageant, and Scytha actually participated in it because Heather, who was like behind the stage coaching that shit, I guess they needed contestants, and they ended up getting like 19 or 20 contestants. 2 of them were trans, and the very first one was obviously like a trans, dude, chick. I don't know how to fucking explain it, but like, yeah, that thing got booed off stage and never fucking came back. But the other one actually, at some point, I think it was like during the fucking during the swimsuit fucking competition, dropped her fucking pants and whipped her dick out. There was a lot of fucking titties and deadens and ass and shit like that. Scytha, yeah, that was actually interesting to watch during the talent competition. And the reason why that is because she shoved an entire fucking 2-liter up her pussy. She was definitely the fucking crowd favorite. During the talent competition, the chick who actually won Miss Juggalette, on the other hand, her talent was left at home, and all she did was she just rolled around in fucking fake blood on the floor, completely buck-ass naked. Now, what sucks, though, is that the homie fucking Candy the Clown, who won Miss Juggalette last year, did not fucking make it to the gathering. She didn't make it to the fucking stage in time to defend the crown. So she didn't get to fucking go. Now, Diesel, I will say this, blew out and didn't, never good. Who started that? Do you remember not? Do you not remember what I fucking said before about me getting laid? Yeah, that Fago should thank me. I'm lying. It's like I had nothing to do with starting that, but it always sounds funny to me. But no, what made that fucking whole situation great with Scytha, though, was the fact that she's literally standing in front of the fucking crowd, given the fucking 2-liter that Haktua. She definitely spit on that thing, and everybody in the crowd was fucking going nuts. And then she sat on the motherfucker, and she's like, she's trying to fucking make sure that the judges are fucking seeing that shit. Like, I can only imagine how difficult is it for you to be able to have the judges see what you're doing and the crowd when the judges are at a completely different angle, because like you have to fucking sit yourself at a 45-degree angle in order for everybody else to fucking see this shit, because you got to have the crowd see it and you got to have the fucking judges see it all at the same time, and your leg kind of gets in the way when you're trying to fucking hawk Tua on a 2-liter and sit on it. But anyways, like I started to notice a fucking thing. There was very little to no actual talent for any of these juggalettes at the competition whatsoever. Most of them were either just naked, which requires little to no talent whatsoever. I mean, being a fucking silicone Barbie doll is not talent whatsoever. You can definitely see how proud these women's fathers are. Or most of them were actually trying to fucking just like deck out a fucking mixtape. And most of them sucked. However, there was one chick that actually had my attention because she legitimately sang opera. She actually sang fucking opera. And I don't think that a lot of the Juggalos really fucking took to that, but when she hit that high note, oh man, yeah, that was actually impressive. And she didn't even fucking place, which really fucking says to me that the judges don't really have an ear for fucking music, I disagree. It can take a lot of effort to maintain being hot. Some people can't feel us hot people's pain and effort. See, like, to me, it's like, okay, look, there's little to Like, if you're hot, that's not a talent to me. To me, there was a chick who fucking came in on a unicycle and rapped. Now, to me, I would say being on the unicycle was a talent in and of itself, but the rapping sucked. There were some other chicks that actually fucking rapped that were good, but most of it just seemed like it was either you're gonna roll around naked and do something stupid just to try to get the attention of the fans that are watching, or you're just trying to peddle out a mixtape. There was one chick though that sometimes, yeah, but like in this case it was like, okay, no, like show me something else. At least trying to boof a fucking 2 liter up your fucking neddin', that that is like something that takes time and effort to figure that one out. And I'm not saying that based off of bias, because like I personally was more entertained by the fucking opera singing chick, and then there was this other chick who came in. She was a straight up fucking metalhead, and so she's like fucking doing the death growl and all that other shit. That chick won 3rd place, by the way, but she like comes out and she's just got my fucking attention with that. So, because like, same thing with the fucking opera chick, the metalhead chick, symphonic metal. Bam, which is one of my favorite fucking things. And I also like chicks who fucking do the arch enemy like that. That shit was dope as fuck. And then the last chick, yeah, the fireworks coming out of the fucking hoo-ha. Like that, I mean, that to me, maybe withstanding the heat of the fucking Roman candle. Maybe surviving the fucking heat of the Roman candle while it's jammed up your fucking neddin'. That might be the fucking talent that she was portraying, but that was definitely for fucking show. A vast majority of it's mostly for fucking show, and that's like regardless of whether or not you have actual talent. But at least, but like one chick I thought was really hilarious because, like during the personality fucking section, you know what I'm saying? Like one chick was just like, I don't know, save world peace or some shit. I was like, now that's fucking funny. I thought that was hilarious because like she made fun of any other fucking beauty pageant type shit. And then this I thought was funny post gathering. I might as well add this to the story. Some chicks ended up fucking getting petty about who actually won the Miss Juggalette pageant and started fucking resurfacing this old picture of the new Miss Juggalette in a fucking Stars and Bars bikini. And so the chick, basically being like, oh, she wore the rebel flag and shit like that. So like it just creates this whole stir up on Facebook. And the chick fucking comes out and she's like, yeah, I did that so that way I could get money from dudes. I was like, I can't fucking argue with that logic. Like, to bilk other fucking bigots out of their fucking money by basically fucking doing that shit, fucking do it up. Who am I to fucking hate on somebody for trying to run a buck? You know what I'm saying? I can't knock the hustle. Like, you're gonna do what you're gonna do in order to fucking get some cash. But I will say this though, she looked a lot better before she got fucking implants. I will say that. I personally feel like that chick's body looked so much better before she got implants. But I'm not a fan of implants. I like natural women. Now, there was nothing going on really except for just like walking around and fucking bumping into people. I like during the Miss Juggalette pageant, I ended up actually bumping into Superhuman, and I fucking gave him a nudge, and I said, yo, man, I watch your shit all the fucking time. I think you do excellent work. And he said thank you for that. I'm sure he gets that all the time. Prior to the Miss Juggalette contest, when I was fucking chilling in the crowd, Darby was there. And once again, Crazy McCormick gives me a dap. This, I think, is one of those things where it's just like, okay, look, put it in your fucking back pocket because it's coming. And so, oh shit. Oh shit. It's coming. Will it pop up? Will it pop up? Let's see if it pops up. I'll keep talking. But after the Miss Juggalette contest, there was nothing else going on until Vended. Because Scytha wanted to go see Vended, and I wasn't too sure about it because I don't know anything about the band. I don't remember it, to be perfectly honest. 333 is definitely fucking mystical. It's one of those, like, look, I'm a supernaturalist.
Yeah, bitch, you got this motherfucking money. Don't make me bust that bitch ass. Yeah, bitch, don't make me bust that bitch ass.
Yeah. Oh, Tree Fitty would have been much more Scottish. Goddamn Loch Ness Monster. So, okay, I don't remember. You guys can hear that shit, I hope. Because I know I can. Show you right. Show you right. But yeah, $3.33. Yeah. Yeah, with that, yeah, Diesel with that 333 MCL. Much clown love to you, Ninja. Just to double check, you guys can hear those fucking Johns, right? So I just want to double check and make sure. A little low, but I hear it. Okay, yeah. Oh yeah, it's because I have the fucking I think it's probably because I got the desktop audio fucking muted or some shit. But anyways, yeah, so like back to what I was fucking saying. So back to what I was fucking saying. I don't remember anything about Vended. But what I was really fucking ecstatic about was DJ Paul. Because I was looking forward to seeing how many times he was going to be drunk and switching back and forth between fucking Surprise and Whoop That Trick and all that other shit. Just like it was back in 2021. Because the last time that he was here, he fucking was drunk as shit, going back and forth between those two songs, couldn't fucking finish his set right, and he kept apologizing because of how fucked up he was. And he admitted on stage, like the last time I was here, I was way too fucked up. He actually did do Surprise. He actually did do Whoop That Trick, and I fucking loved every second of it. I loved like he did a lot of stuff from When the Smoke Clears, so I was happy about that. Sipping on some scissor, and when I say weak ass, you say bitch, weak ass bitch, weak ass bitch, ass and titties, ass and titties. I fucking love Mid South shit. DJ Paul, 666, the Mafia 6, 36 Mafia. I love that shit. And I was fucking bugging the entire time, just fucking getting into my element and shit. Now, on the way there, though, I did see some of the ops tearing down, which I thought was fucking interesting. I was like, why are you already tearing down? Like, we haven't even hit ICP's Red Show yet. And so, like, during that time when I was watching fucking DJ Paul and getting my groove on, fucking, I ended up seeing another ops fucking walking around. And I know that motherfucker saw me because, you know, I'm very presentable. Obviously, because gay boys can't seem to fucking stay out of my chat trying to fucking troll me because, you know, they're in love with me almost. But yeah, I love me the fuck out of some DJ Paul. Now, one thing I did notice, like, there was this one dude, one of the photographers for that shit, was like, he walked past me, he saw me fucking getting lit live up in that fucking bitch, doing my fucking thing, and I saw that he fucking took a picture of me, you know, in the side of my eye while I was moving around and shit. Now, and then he just walked off. I was like, okay, maybe I'll see that fucking picture, maybe I won't. I don't know. I know they're gay for me. It's fucking funny. Because, you know, I disappear off the face of the fucking map for 6 months and I come back, they're still on my dick. They're still fucking talking about me. They still got my name coming out of their mouth. I guess I left an impression. But anyways, I know, for fucking real, Nephilo. But anyways, one other thing that I thought was very interesting to me was there was this black dude that was standing right next to me. And anytime that DJ Paul was doing anything but Killjoy Club, this dude was fucking getting into it. When DJ Paul started doing Surprise or anything else off of fucking Killjoy Club's Reindeer Games, that dude sat down and did nothing. Or he just stood there and did nothing. It was just like, okay, you could tell that this dude is a fucking normie that came in just because he knew DJ Paul was fucking showing up. Which I guess for the most part is fine. But at least he gets to see some other fucking Juggalo shit. And he can see DJ Paul doing his jug shit. Which I thought was fucking dope. Now after DJ Paul, we went right back to fucking camp. At this point, with A Killer's Confession and the way, with the way that Sista was rocking out during Kim Dracula and A Killer's Confession and the ICP show, Vended, and DJ Paul, she was starting to fucking hurt. Like, she was really starting to fucking die down. So, because of that, and this is probably me, like, some people would probably say this is some dumb shit for me to fucking do, but I'm not that much of a fucking selfish person. I decided to skip out on the next two things, the Static X shit and the ICP Red show. I missed out on those to help take care of her and make sure that she was comfortable. She kept telling me that she was apologizing for some of the shit that I missed, because I missed the Ouija Max show, I missed Static X, I missed the Red show even, right? I missed out on the Red show. And she apologized to me for that shit, and I was like, it's not that big of a fucking deal, But I will say this. Same ops that I saw from DJ Paul. I know he saw me. He walked out the crowd the same exact spot that he came back in. Right in front of me. So I know he saw me. And he just walked right past us. Almost as if he was just kind of like doing that without the hand. He just walked past us, looking at the fence. And just walked around. Not a fucking word. Not a fucking word was said. This was the same guy who ended up fucking trying to talk shit at a fucking record store sale years ago, trying to fucking say some shit from a distance. Here he is, like, not 10 feet away from me. Can't say shit. Now, I ended up saying something about that on Facebook, and the homie John Ritter ended up fucking saying, maybe they grew up. I was just like, if going out of their way to avoid me is growing up, I guess they did. But anyways, yeah, so I missed out on Static X and I missed out on the Red show. Homegirl fucking took a nap just to try to fucking relax her neck. Now, her fucking hair was all done up in fucking braids and yarn hair and shit like that, so there was a lot of extra weight up on her fucking head, which is going to cause a lot of tension on the neck with how hard she was fucking headbanging and moving around and shit like that. Yeah, she was fucking worn the fuck down. But we did end up chilling out. We were fucking kicking it in the tent, and we ended up fucking watching the tail end of Mikey Clark's Horrorcore Tomb of Horrors party. So we ended up seeing a few of the fucking after parties, which the after parties are fun. Like, I never thought really that I was going to have that much fun with the after parties and shit. But, like, the Chapter 17 was probably the most fun because of all of the songs that they were playing, seeing everybody from Chapter 17 that's signed to that label chilling up there and stuff like that. And the Mikey Clark's horrorcore party and shit like that, that was dope as fuck too, because when we got there, we started seeing we saw a bunch of our, like I saw some of my homies, like the Thuggalo Show homies were fucking chilling up on stage and fucking kicking it and stuff like that. Gave them love. I kept throwing fucking shit. Like, I kept finding glow sticks and I would fucking throw them at people on the stage and shit. They were throwing them back. And if you know anything about me when it concerns the gathering, I'm throw shit gang. I love throwing shit. I throw random shit at the fucking crowd all the time. I try not to hurt motherfuckers. But there was one thing that, speaking of throwing shit, apparently somebody ended up throwing a fucking empty nitrous can during the trash party, and it hit somebody in the fucking temple and it caused an injury. So like that kind of and I think that's why the fucking seminar tent, as trashed as it was still fucking emptied out. And I also saw Leslie around there too, fucking in the front, fucking throwing shit in the back. Hashtag front fuck the front. It was right in the face, right above the eye. Were you there to see it, or is that what you heard? But nevertheless, though, like, I mean, if you're gonna throw shit, make sure it's shit that's not going to hurt motherfuckers. Like, I was watching the Thuggalo Show talk about their recap, and apparently somebody ended up having an unopened butterfly knife get thrown at them. And it's like, look, when we throw shit, it's like, okay, look, we have we open up the Fago bottles. We don't fucking throw unopened cans and shit like that. It's like, it's okay to fucking throw shit, but make sure you're not literally trying to fucking hurt somebody, you know? Like throwing glow sticks is one of those fucking things that you can throw where it's just like it'll hit you and you'd be like, what the fuck? Oh, that didn't hurt. You know? Almost getting hit by pillow hands or something like that. But like, throwing unopened beer cans and throwing fucking like very heavy shit, unopened fucking 2 liters, shit like that. Like, if you're trying to fucking hurt somebody, you're not really getting the fucking gathering experience. Like, you're not understanding the gathering experience. Like poppers being another thing, or firecrackers or something like that. If you're legitimately throwing like a fucking M80 into the crowd and trying to hurt somebody with it, I mean, like, I have nothing against the fucking fireworks and shit. Like, Roman candles like a motherfucker. As long as they're shooting up in the air, don't try to hurt motherfuckers. Don't try to fucking hurt somebody and ruin somebody else's gathering experience, as far as I'm concerned. I got pegged with a half-eaten ham sandwich one year. No diddy. Like, dude, like in 2021, Toxic fucking made me throw my fucking whole ass pack of cigarettes into the crowd. Like, I had a whole pack of cigarettes, and he yelled at me for trying to light up one. Because I told him prior to that I was trying to quit smoking and just strictly vape, and then eventually get off the vape. So eventually I just fucking threw my whole fucking shit in there. All right, Justin, yeah, I'm almost done. I'm wrapping this up. But, like, after the fucking Horrorcore Tomb of Horrors party, like, I felt pretty bad about the fact that I was not fucking, staying at the AirBNB as long as I had. Like, all my shit's there. All my merch is there. All my video games are there. So it's like, okay, I felt kind of fucking bad that I wasn't there as often as I was. I mean, I still got to hang out with Bartle and Goreleone and shit like that, but like, I hadn't been there for like 2 days or something like that. Basically, I just got the AirBNB just to hold my shit until I went back. So at the end of the after party, I fucking went back to the AirBNB, but I told Sista that I was gonna come back because I wanted to have they wanted to have like a crew picture with everybody, and I told her I'd be back because I got to be out of the AirBNB by 11. So I get back to the AirBNB, I fucking get some sleep. I set an alarm for 10 o'clock. When I wake up, everybody's fucking gone. So it scared the shit out of me because I was like, I saw Gore's fucking Xbox hooked up to the TV in the living room when I got to the AirBNB. Then I packed up all my fucking video game shit. You ever get those metal posters from Display? No, I didn't. I don't even remember that, to be totally honest. But it's all good. Then anyways, yeah, so like I get to the AirBNB, all of the video game stuff was still there, so I pack all my video game stuff up into my bag, and I go to bed, and when I wake up the next morning at 10 o'clock, Bartle's gone, all of his shit's gone, Goreleone's gone, all of his shit's fucking gone. Scared the shit out of me. Because I was like, did I just Had I been gone for so long that they're all pissed at me or something like that, that was like my initial reaction. I was like, nah, probably not. So I let Bartle, I texted Bartle, I let him know, hey, I fucking locked up and all this other shit. Put all my shit in my car and went back to the fucking campsite. And, you know, and they were tearing down. Half the fucking crew at that campsite was already gone. So, like, I basically just...
Got my money, motherfucker. Yeah, bitch, you got his motherfucking money. Don't make me bust that bitch ass. Yeah, bitch, don't make me bust that bitch ass. You got...
Yeah. What? Justin Kemple with that 99-cent super chat. Just giving me a little sticker. Anywho. So, like, I fucking go back to the spot. And Scytha's, like, tearing down and everything. And I basically just hung out. And she said that everybody was going to be going over to White Castle. I declined. I wanted to go home. Not to mention, I really wanted to fucking try this shit out. And this is my last fucking thing when it concerns the gathering experience. Post-gathering. And I thought this was really cool. I almost hit, you know, after I get my Taco Bell and I'm checking out my Just Sauce and all of that other shit. As I'm driving, I'm almost hitting Michigan. I see a guy on a fucking crotch rocket. And I notice on the back of his helmet, he's got a C-17 sticker on there. As I pass him, I take a look at his fucking hands. They're fucking dyed red. I was like, that motherfucker is on his way back home to Michigan. He was at the fucking clown show. He saw the red show. And I was correct about my assumption that the red show was all diet red pop. So at least I got to see that. Unfortunately, I didn't get to experience the show and all of that other shit. But, you know, it's all good. I'm not too worried about that shit. Because I'm pretty sure that I'm going to be seeing ICP over at fucking Hallowicked. And I knew that that was going to fucking happen. So I fucking did that shit. Now, on the way home, remember all that shit that I told you about? Fucking keeping all that shit in your back pocket. Whether it be the fucking, you know, the whole thing about how Darby O'Trill fucking remembered me, the Juggalo flea market, the podcast super show, the art battle, the fucking Hot Wings contest. You know, like, I was thinking about this shit and I was like, you know, I've been a fucking Juggalo since 1995. Almost 30 years I've been down with the clown. I started doing YouTube shit in 2009. And since then, I have amassed people that have come and gone. Some of them have stuck around. You know, the homies that I've acquired that I fucking chilled with at the fucking podcasts. Shade, I've known for fucking over a decade. Olay, I met during the fucking Juggernaut years. Demise, I just met. Darby O'Trill, who watches my fucking programs. The Juggalo flea market, where my homegirl Jess Jekyll was selling shit. My homegirl Sista Hatchet was selling shit. Dabalette possibly selling shit. All these other people that are like fucking selling shit. And this is the fucking conclusion of the entire fucking thing, mind you. Like, think about this. All of these fucking people, whether it be like HB the Grizzly, who's part of Rocks TV, super famous Fun Time guys, Shaggy the Airhead, Devereaux, Darby, Ouija. You know, like we're all fucking Juggalos who have basically, like, that's the beauty of a lot of people over at Chapter 17, is that they're kind of like on the same fucking level as the YouTubers and shit like that. Like normal people who just kind of like got a little bit of a grind going. You know what I'm saying? Like these people at the flea market, people who are known for being Juggalos at the gathering, like Mankini. You know, it's like we're all on a fucking grind of some sort. You know what I'm saying? It's like we're all fucking putting a name out there and shit like that. And there's like, and, you know, and then all of the people that have performed on the Ship of Fools, Isolated Beings, Goreleone, Clockwork E, Jay Bizarre, Zay. Like, Zay wasn't on the fucking Ship of Fools, but still, nevertheless, you know what I'm saying? What I'm saying is, like, you have all of these people that are doing all of these things that are all part of this fucking Juggalo community. And it's just like fucking mind. It just blew my fucking mind. Seeing all of this shit. Seeing how everybody's on the come up. All these friends that I've known for fucking years. People that I've met that have done shit over years. You know what I'm saying? It's like all these people that are doing all of these fucking things, and it's just a wonderful and beautiful fucking thing to see. Whether it be as a fucking YouTuber or just as a regular person or a juggalo or whatever the fuck. You see all of these people who have started doing their own thing because of the Juggalo shit. It's so fucking wonderful, and it's like I've been on and off social media for the last couple of years, trying to fucking figure out what to do with my shit and all that other stuff. So, what am I fucking missing here? I'm watching all these other people that are fucking doing all of these things and shit like that. And I love being on fucking social media. And I miss being a part of all of this stuff. Doing all of this, you know, the podcasts and doing standalone videos and all that other shit. Hell, even getting trolled by dipshits. You know what I'm saying? Like, I miss all of that. I've been missing out on a lot of shit. I disassociated myself from a lot of this Juggalo related shit. Just to focus on myself for all this time. And as far as I'm concerned, I think it's time for a fucking return, fam. So, I will say this, in the words of Sid Jones, fuck what you think, I'm gonna do what I want. And in this case, I think I'm gonna start working on towards making a comeback again, and again, and again, and tomorrow, and tomorrow. Not to mention, I was thinking about this shit the other, like last night while I was working. Technically last night. The fucking interesting thing between me and Darby. Because, like, he recognized me from YouTube before he got signed to C17, which I thought was fantastic. Because I remember that day. He's like, thanks, fam. Oh, shit, you're Crazy McCormick, when I gave him a dap and congratulated him on a good set. Now he's fucking signed to C17. He still recognizes me. I see him up on that pedestal probably about as much as he saw me up on that pedestal before he got fucking signed. You know what would be interesting? If I did a little work with him. So that might be something that I'm going to have to fucking set up on the table. I'm going to have to hit up fucking Darby O'Trill at some point. And be like, hey, I want to do something. What I don't know. I got a couple ideas. Especially after listening to the way that he fucking does his music. So, that I think is another, I think that's something that needs to happen. So, all in all, I have to say that with this year's gathering experience that I've spoke on for the last 3 fucking hours, I honestly have to say this is probably one of the best gathering experiences that I've had in a very long time. The love indicator was so fucking high. There was literally nothing that was actually going to break the fucking the good shit that I had going on. which I thought was fantastic. Still trips me out. People recognize me and hugging me. Love it. Dude, same here. I mean, I got to meet a lot of new people, and I got to fucking kick it with old ninjas, which I fucking absolutely love doing. Yeah, they're bringing back DCG Con. It's gonna be linked up with Juggalo Weekend in Worcester, Mass, and definitely gonna be fucking seeing what I can do about fucking being there. Were there any fights? Not that I saw. I heard there was a couple, but I don't know about it at all. Like, I know that there was a fucking argument at the tent and the campsite that I was fucking kicking it with, but I stayed out of it. There was probably only one time that I actually had to interject myself and just let somebody know that what they were doing was fucked up. Oh yeah, I heard about that chick, the fucking chick who got hit in the face with a 2-liter and then she freaked out. Dude, Nacetta, you totally could be the next Mankini. Oh, her name was Destiny. Okay. Yeah, it was like, okay, I think the chick now, Destiny, I think, as you're saying is her name. I think that was like her initial reaction was just like the freak out, but now she is kind of just like rolling with it at this point. So yeah, in closing, I have to say that this was probably one of the best gatherings that I have had in a very, very fucking long time. I mean, I got to jump the stage again. That's always fun. I got to fucking hang out with Shade, and I got to fucking hang out with Nisenda and Papa. I got to hang out with Flipsey, Barl Boss. Got introduced to Goreleone. I got to meet I got to meet fuck Jane Doe for the first time in real life, which was fucking fantastic. I even bumped into fucking Hashley, which was also fucking dope. Getting to fuck around, getting to kick it with so many fucking ninjas um, that I've met over the years. MrMakanhoes, Sista Hatchet, Church. I think one of my favorite fucking things was I had like this chain of ninjas that I fucking bumped into. For one, my homegirl Ivory, I fucking bumped into her. Hometown, like homegirl from local area, and and then as soon as I said goodbye to her, I turn around and I see King B, and I fucking kicked it with him for a hot second, gave him some love, and then I saw Church, and I was like, I let Church know that I was fucking hooking it up with Scytha, and he's like, then I have a question for you. What the fuck are you doing talking to me? I was like, I'm going back there, because I am hitting that fucking pussy, but I just saw you and I wanted to say what up. And he's like, oh, okay. Much love to you, Ninja. So bumping into those dudes, and it's really cool getting to fucking see so many fucking ninjas that I've known over the years and introduced myself to. Like, I never thought that I'd actually have like some kind of a fucking camaraderie situation with the Kings of Status, but I do. And fucking seeing some old heads and shit like that, getting to hang out with Nifty for a couple of times, even during the Hot Wings contest. Like, Nifty was there to fucking see Shade, because Nifty's been around as long as Shade has. Seeing Shade fucking doing his thing, fucking with people, and like during the Hot Wings contest, and seeing so many fucking people, it was just like love and karma was all on high. Nothing bad was going to happen. Even fucking hanging out with Silver Stasher, like kicking it with him for a few. Like I loved seeing that shit. As a matter of fact, I think Silver Stasher was probably like the only real big fan, you know, for this YouTube shit that fucking recognized me, which was fucking dope. I don't care if he's a fucking tweaker. He was nice to me, and that's all that mattered. The love indicator on the whole fucking gathering was on high. Nothing was fucking taking me off of that Cloud 9 high. So, as far as I saw it, very successful fucking gathering. Very fucking successful. And I was very fucking happy. And I think that's the magic of the fucking gathering. On top of that, it's also given me a little bit more inspiration. A lot of the shit that I witnessed at the gathering this year, absolutely inspiring. And that's why I wanted to do this. And that's why I wanted to fucking come back. And that's why I'm going to come back. And I'm going to fucking make damn sure, because I have a fucking mission for next year. For next year's gathering, I have a fucking mission. I was able to make it to this gathering because I fucking manifested that shit. I was like, no matter what, I'm going to the fucking gathering. Whether it be rich or poor, I'm fucking going to the gathering. I'm going to buy a fuck ton of merch, and it's going to be like this. And it's exactly what fucking happened. I also guaranteed myself that I was going to get some pussy, and I fucking did. So, I hope I didn't get graped. Yeah, that's going to be another thing, too. Like, next year, I'm going to fucking get a whole bunch of grape-flavored fucking liquid IV and some bottled water, and I'm going to start throwing that shit around, being like, who wants some free grape water? Hey, John, I don't know if you realize this, but saying my real name isn't really threatening. Nothing you guys have done has really been fucking threatening. But anyways, I'm going to get out of here. So, you guys have a good night. Thank you guys for being here and sharing this experience with me. There was something else I was going to fucking say. See you guys at Holla Wicked. If you guys fucking show up, I will be there. And show us a new purse. Sure thing. Bam. You also missed out on the fucking $1,000 worth of merchandise that I fucking showed off. So, all right. With that being said, I'll be at Holla Wicked. We're gonna be doing the damn thing, and I'm gonna be coming back doing this shit more often. With that being said, Crazy McCormick is out this motherfucking bitch. Deuces. Y'all have a good one.